Alright, here we go. Right, good evening, troopers. Commander on deck. Welcome, welcome. It's time. More GFL2. I didn't realize that the new event was today. I completely forgot. But we gotta do it. Also, the new chapter 7's out. Wait, no. Wait, what? Oh yeah, no, chapter 8 is out too. What we're not... They'll take... Clearly, every chapter takes at least a stream to get through, which is impressive for how much there is. I guess it's all the talking. If there was English VAs, you probably could get through it a lot quicker, but, you know, I gotta read it all. Anyway. But yeah, let's get into it. What's it called? And Miss Wings of Grey. Nice. Also, Diane's here, of course, if you want to get her. I'm not pulling her because I want my darling Kukai, and that's all I care about. I'm gonna fucking wail on her as hard as I can when she comes out. But Diane's here if you want her. Also, Mosin. I already have like I've pulled Mosin like 2 times, and I got her fucking legendary weapon, which is like, wow, okay. She was my first 5-star or elite doll. I might have only pulled it twice, actually. Yeah, only twice, never mind. But I did get her weapon. And this is all through the standard banners. I wasn't trying for her or anything. I just got her because the game was like, here, have her. And I'm like, okay. I don't hate Mosin, but she's clearly not a meta pick right now. I mean, she's alright. She did help me a lot in the early game, and I appreciate her for that, but there are better dolls, and my main team right now, these ones, the top 4, those are way better. Also, Sharkree. Sharkree is really good. I'm finding out. And I think I have her max too. Yeah. I have her at S6. I don't even have like her whatever this, like her common key or the last 3. I don't want to spend more on the basic info. Maybe if like this event gives me a decent number of basic info, I'll put it into her. Because she is really good. But, I mean, right now she's higher battle rating than Chungju, which is incredible. Impressive. Not by much, but she is higher. So, yeah. I saw a meme the other day. Liddy sent me one that she's basically this game's, Zhongling? The fire chick from Genshin Impact, who only very recently, in like what, the 5 years that game has been out, has only very recently been like had a 5-star character that actually replaces her, which is, again, she's been out for like 5 years, and barely now she's getting like an actual replacement. A pyro support that like does exactly what she does but better. So. But you'll need her. If you have Zhongling, you'll probably be fine. Anyway. Okay, I'm yapping on long enough. Let's get into it. I miss Grey Wings of Grey. Then we have this, yeah, I need to like play the main story before I can start using my my tickets. So I gotta complete this like within 2 days, otherwise I'm not being optimal. So let's get through that. So, hey Lena, why are you here? To ensure the safety of the racing must precisely eliminate threats. Okay. Guessing this is like the game mode that they're introducing. Why is this one open? Why don't we start at number 1? I'm guessing this is the game, but I don't understand what we're doing. I haven't touched any of this, so okay, let's start with number 1 and see how this goes. How hard we push, it's possible to survey such a vast area. Maybe we should slow down. Jeez. I have no idea who said that. And this is a team. I don't get to pick it. We got a G36. I don't remember her actual name. Charlotte? Something like that? But anyway, she's here. So what do you have to do? I don't know. Okay, I guess we'll just go in and see how this starts. I'll do one of these, and then we'll go from there. Oh, Diane's here. I thought that was a Ching-Chi. Centaresi. God, why'd you pick a name like that? I like her a lot, though. This is her. I mean, I like her a lot. She was one of my favorite characters in GFL1. It's kind of weird how kind of like defenseless he is in the first game. Also, I just realized chippies are back. That's so cool. Environmental surveys consist of a number of stages during the survey you encounter. Survey index. Okay. Inside the stage, you can select one doll from your survey team. Each doll carries different survey equipment. Of course, you know, I do better by just playing rather than actually reading. So let's do it. Okay. I don't. Does it matter? Okay, let's do a remote dice first. Oh, this is the ones I get to choose. Okay. 1. Fuck. Yay? Is that good? 1, 2, 3, 4. This is getting here. Outpost provides survey index plus 50%. Okay. It's this one. Well, I want to get to that one for sure, so let's like do a 1. Oh, I can't afford it. Fuck. Okay, never mind. Well, that was a waste of a die. Okay, never mind. Alright, let's go. Let's keep going. 1, 2, 3. I can't afford any of this. Yeah. Yeah, I can't afford it. So, I can't do anything. 1, 2, 3. Please don't give me another store. Oh! Let's go. I think that's good. For 3 turns, Outpost provides survey, next plus 50%. For 3 turns, building outpost consume no supply. Oh, that would have been useful. Okay, no. Okay. But I wonder if I can activate that while on an outpost. And even number of supplies plus 5. Okay. Let's try that. 2, 3, 4. Okay, got. Oh, okay. I don't understand. This is a weird game. It's kind of like Monopoly because you want to buy outposts and you get stuff for that. But at the same time, it's I guess it is simpler actually. You know, outpost provide survey index. I need to own an outpost for that to really help me. Okay, so I think I have enough to like purchase an outpost. I can just get to an outpost slot. No, non-max level outpost provides survey index plus 30. Let's do this one because we don't even have a single outpost. Okay, I can buy stuff. For 3 turns, putting outposts consume no supplies. That'd be nice. Consumes half the supplies. Let's not for now. Let's build an outpost before we can actually like do something. Again, let's hold off. Okay, now let's do another one. Build. A. And let's use that. Use that. We have an outpost, so we can actually like do something with them now. Oh, we can buy another outpost here. Yes. Do it. I'm gonna go 3 so I can build another outpost. Yeah, I think right now like quantity is like our best bet right now. We gotta fill this bar up. I'm just doing this right now like myself, but I'll probably be doing it later on my own. The survey has ended. Damn it! I mean, I got to level 2. That's not bad. I might do this again. Also, her splash art is so good. I'm sorry I'm covering it up. Yeah, in the last side story, she was kind of useless because apparently she had like a non-combat body, which I mean, aren't all T-Doll bodies combat oriented? But so that's why she couldn't do anything. I mean, she also didn't have a gun most of the time. She could have picked one up, but she wasn't in a combat form, so I guess she had like lower strength and stamina and all that. I don't know. That's weird. Anyway, I have to come back and do that again, because I definitely deserve more points than that. Okay, so these are just like the type of tickets or items you can use in that mode. Let me get rewards. Nice. You good? Yeah, I gotta do this because I want as many gems as possible. Again, I'll do this on my own later. When does this unlock? Okay, so each one's like every day. And what is this one? I assume this is one that's just like the most advanced one that's available every day. Something like that. But it also has like its own thing. So like once you finish it, there's no real reason to go back to it. So I don't know how that works. Anyway, these are... Ooh. I want these first and foremost. Actually, you probably want these and these. Fuck. I wish they gave out more of these, the cores. But of course, you know, like I usually buy based on price, like the most expensive thing first, and then I go down from there. I'll probably buy this last because I'm not getting Diane, so there's really no point in me going for her gifts. Because, I mean, I don't have her. I mean, the thing about gifts is that they work with every doll. And some gifts that, like, Diane loves, other dolls might love as well. So, it's not pointless to buy these, but that's probably, like, my lowest priority. So, I'll probably, like, you know, get everything, and then this last. And then cycle between these two. It's like, you burn through combat reports and blueprints really quickly, actually. Especially if you're trying to, like, get your characters up. Okay. Wings of evil grow stout, and the conspiracies of the past find new life in the ashes. What? Yeah, you're gonna start with a story mode, and it's quite a lot. I'm assuming these are non-story side missions, so I'll probably do those on my own, and we won't worry about going through those. We'll just go through the yellow line. I might do one. Just to make sure, because I don't know, they might have some story, but whatever. Also, I don't think I need to actually play the game, because even the highest level one is like level 25. I can probably just auto and then like chat with you guys while nothing's happening. Well, it's not like nothing's happening, but like the girls can take care of themselves. I don't need to bother. Anyway, let's do it. Dandelion slowly exits the room and stands upright under the night sky. It's Dandelion. The clouds gradually scatter, and then the moonlight shines on her. While she is the only one in the garden, a pair of images suddenly appear. She seems to realize something and closes her eyes. Her mouth curves up in a faint smile, and she bows as though welcoming someone. Oh, this chick. Yeah, she was in the main story. I think she is important to the first game. I just never met her. She looks like she's Sangve Ferrari, with the pale skin and the yellow eyes, black hair, but I never met her before. I've never met. She is SF. I've never seen her before. I'm guessing she's like converted or like redeemed, whatever you want to call it, because she apparently like she's not necessarily a good person, but she's civil with people. I think she's like a businesswoman or something now. So like, you know, as civil as a business person can be. It's here. If your first time coming to see me in 10 years, makes me feel a little lonely. And she knows the commander, and I'm guessing like a lot of SF who converted are kind of basically obsessed with him. Also, hey Gunter. Welcome. How you doing? Do you mind talking in the chat? I want to make sure it's working properly because no one's like actually used it yet. There's something in front of Dandelion, but that familiar form in her eyes is standing before her. Clear as day. Good. Okay, good. I was worried that the chat wasn't working. Like if the chat's working, but I can't see it, then something might be wrong. Here we haven't seen each other in so long. But you aren't even discussing anything related to me. How cruel. So I'm guessing she is talking to us, the commander. Might just be an instant for you, but it's a long time for me, and for that person, it is endless torment. 10 years is not an instant for a human. That's terrible. That's terrible, don't you think? Isn't it just too cruel for that person? Like for her, 10 years might be an instant because she's SF. SF are super. They're T-dolls. They're effectively immortal. Testing you too. Good. Okay, so both of them are working. Thank you, Gunther. Appreciate it. How are you doing? Hope you're having a good evening. How could I possibly refuse you? I was just griping. Surely you'll permit me to indulge myself a little, won't you? Yeah, I assume she is talking to the commander. Or this might be a letter to him or something. I knew it. Selfishness is unavoidable, even for someone like you. Then Lion looks at the girl before her who does not deny it. Okay, never mind. She's talking to someone. I don't know who the fuck she's talking to. It shakes her head as though in self-mockery. Everything has changed, possibly for the better, but possibly for the worse. Everything that happened 10 years ago feels like a lovely dream compared to now. Sometimes I wonder if I've ever even woken up yet. Not for my neurologs telling me that it actually did happen. I had forgotten that unforgettable time. I don't know what happened. The fact that she keeps bringing up the decade ago makes me think she was in GFL1, but I've never interacted with her. Good. Drank a lot of Jack Daniels yesterday. I hope you're okay after that. Did you wake up with a hangover? If you did, I hope you ate like greasy food or something to help with it. Did you expect all of this too? Or were you just standing there, watching aloftly as we flailed around like a troop of clowns? Well, whoever she's talking to is not speaking up. I understand. Your arrival implies a new trial is upon us. Still, you choose to stand aside and watch back then. Now you're spouting pretentious lines about how you want that person to walk back into the fire. But you think you're going too far. Okay, now I think like she might be talking about the commander. Or is that one of your little indulgences? Dandelion leisurely walks in front of that invisible presence. Her face does not change, but Dandelion, who was born of the same origin as her, always knows the answer in her heart. Okay, so it sounds like she's talking to another Sanguifari. I assume... I mean, I can't guess. There's a lot of SF units. Maybe it's Agent? I hope it's Agent. I love Agent. Yes, I know. I have to do this. I know them well. For them, trials have never been a difficult thing. But that person has lost everything. Wealth, fame, comrades, their precious future, and all our former friends. Namely, those dolls. Okay, I'm assuming she's talking about the commander. A little bit. Feels like I took barbed wire into my throat because I was singing yesterday. Well, I'm good you had fun. So you were in VR chat. Then we watched the movie to close up the night. It sounds like you had a good birthday, though. Or like, well, your birthday was the day before, though. Yeah. Yeah, well, it sounds like you had a good evening. I'm glad you had fun. Everyone and everything has been taken from them, and a great price must be paid for them to gain the strength to rise again. Yet more than this strength, it is a question of how to make them want to rise up once more that truly puzzles me. Surely you have a way to steer the future in a direction which is not bound by the terms of Mephisto, do you not? But if by Mephisto, does it mean like... That means destiny, right? Like in Italian? I might be wrong. But if it's you, you're surely replying that everything that happened was meant to be to protect that person. After all, to you, that person is the Catcher in the Rye. Am I wrong? I don't know all these references. I know what Catcher in the Rye is, the book. Then Elaine freezes up for a moment. There's an almost imperceptible shade of emotion on her face. However, she immediately resumes her usual smile, and then continues, talking like she's trying to convince herself. After all, living is the most important thing. That may be true, but it's also a prison of sorts. 10 years is by no means a short span of time for humans. Even if it was the right choice, it still ended up hurting that person, and for the second time too. But what did you watch, by the way, Gunther? I wonder, as someone who made such a ruthless choice, do you feel sorry for the person you hurt? Dandelion tilts her head ever so slightly, as though she's ready to listen to a confession. She seems to be looking forward to making life hard for her conversational partner, but it doesn't last long, because she then proceeds to state her own request. Alright. It's not like it's particularly difficult for me anyway. I shall carefully calculate the odds of you fulfilling your wish. And then I shall move in a mysterious way to guide that person's destiny to join with yours. Would that satisfy you, my dear sister? Okay, so it has to be another SF. Like who else would call each other sisters besides SF? Actually, let me look it up. Like, I'm not certain now. Is Dandelion ASF unit? Dandelion GFO. I mean, she looks like one. Oh, okay, this is spoilers, but I know who she's talking to. Okay. Oh my god, this is some, like, okay, let me explain this. This is some, fucking, oh, I knew she looked a little familiar, but, this is some Kingdom Hearts bullshit, like, nobodies and all that, if you know anything about Kingdom Hearts. Okay, Dandelion is, like, the other half, or, like, the awakened other self of M4A1, who was the main character, or one of the main characters from the first game. She's the leader of AR Squad. And she looks very similar to her. Only she's basically this M4, but like goth. Oh, is it Gundam Thunderbolt? Bolt. December Sky. Oh my god. Gundam and other fancy names. And then we watched Dead Space Downfall. Oh, that was a good one. Really like that one. Yeah. We need to do movie night soon. Maybe not next Sunday or this Sunday, but maybe next. We'll see. But yeah. Dandelion is M4's like awakened self. So basically her sister. So I think she's talking to M4A1. And that's why like M4, it seems like she's like, we can't hear what M4 is saying, but she's very, what's the word? But M4 had a very strong relationship with the commander. So it makes sense that she wishes to meet her again. I mean, most of the dolls want to meet the commander again for various reasons, but M4 was like, she was like your right hand woman for a while, at the very least. At the very least, at the start of the game. So she's kind of like a weird amalgamation of like regular and Sangfriati T dolls. Interesting. So we don't know what happened to M4 after the time skip. But apparently Dandelion became like an executive of some kind. So good. Alright, send it to me, Gunther. I was like, hey, Hugs. Is this wife number 3 to 4? Or am I getting it mixed up with K? This is wife number 1.5. Because M4 was wife number 1. She was the first wife you got. But how you doing, Hugs? Hope you're having a good evening. This is interesting. Like, this is stuff I didn't know about. Like, I thought she looked familiar, but I never met this character before. However, the price that you will have to pay is going to be so high that even I have trouble imagining it. Yeah, this is M4 talking. Like, well, we don't hear what she's saying, but she's talking right now. Alright. Since it's related to that person, and I'm assuming that person is the commander, I shall have to exert myself and give it a try. So I assume like M4, Dandelion is kind of obsessed with the commander, but because she's a goth yandere, she does it in creepy ways, whereas M4 was a very kind of vanilla, sweet, girl next door kind of type, you know? I promise to watch how that person's life ends, after all. But in exchange, you'll have to help me fulfill our wish, okay? And yeah, that's why I say it's similar to like nobodies in like Kingdom Hearts. M4 was the original person. Dandelion is like her nobody. Like that's the closest approximation I can make. Like they're the same person, but not really. Dandelion opens her eyes and her face, then with a smile, gently lifts. She gazes on the radiant moon and begins talking to herself in self-deprecating tone. Also, just saying, I think I prefer the goth one. Like, I like M4. She was a sweet girl. Like, don't get me wrong. But I like my goths. Doing good. Slow day so far? Well, sometimes a slow day is good, you know? Just hanging out and chilling. Goodness, you're just like before. Running off and abandoning me the moment you're done talking. Still, the boring days are finally over. An age of fire and blood is upon us once more. And I wonder what kind of destiny awaits them in such a world. Like a brave new world. Yes, I'll be fine, yet until that day comes. Until then, I should... Also, okay, I'm assuming when the day comes, she's talking about the commander's death. Because she's like, Yandere, like, she's obsessed with the commander, wants his babies and everything, but at the same time, I can't wait for the day he dies so I can watch. Because she's a freak like that. Again, goth, crazy goth GF. Until then, I should probably start doing some of the things I promised her. Dandelion slowly raises her arms, and then she claps rapidly. Almost immediately, a girl with the black hair like hers appears behind her. Lady Dandelion, he called. Helly, I need network access to the beacon network in the central region. Oh yes, help me say hi to the old bunch and tell them their peaceful lives are over. Wait, what? Would you like me to sugarcoat the message? Just give it to them straight. They will understand my meaning with joy in their hearts. Yes, I will take care of it at once. Okay, again, like, she has to have some connections to Sanctuary, so I imagine maybe the SF faction has been, like, asleep for the past, like, 10 years? And it's time for them to start having fun again and fucking shit up. The girl called Helly leaves without a sound, leaving Dandelion alone in the garden. When will the day of reunion come? Such an exciting thought. Alright, she's crazy. Who knows? So separate body. Wait, will that make Pyra and Mitra at 1.5 wives? Kinda? Maybe Pyra and Mitra are 1.5 because they share the same body, but correct me if I'm wrong, but don't they get separate bodies later on, like towards the end of the series? Or the end of the game? I can't remember. Because I'm pretty sure Dandelion is a separate entity from M4. I might be wrong about that. Or maybe they share the same body, but right now Dandelion is in charge. And M4 is like the subconscious. She pushed her down. She talks to her. She's still conscious and she can still speak, but she's not physically available. That might be it. I'm not sure. Then Rex smashed them, and Nia. They had kids with all of them, because Rex is the ultimate Chad. We all know this. that frumpy little kid became like the fucking Chadliest man ever. And impregnated all of them. Yeah, I remember that. I need to play... Someday I will play Xenoblade Chronicles. The whole series, I promise. I'm gonna start with X. Like, when the new one comes out, I'm gonna play X. Okay, let's get to work. Play Xenos 3. From what little I played of 3, it was really good. The first, like, I think I did the first, like, 5 or 10 hours. It was pretty good. I showed them a thing or 3. Yeah, I did. The desolate plains are host to a cluster of buildings that stand out among their surroundings, but are otherwise rather shabby. They sit with a temporary within the temporary quarantine wall. Sharp sets a thick railway track to stand inward from the distance, intersecting a small intercontinental railway resupply station. The seemingly unassuming supply station serves as a repository for supplies from outside the contamination zone, and is also the last and only hope for anyone seeking to leave the yellow zone. As the quarantine walls gates open, a rust-speckled intercontinental railway train slowly pulls into the supply station amidst strident alarms. Radiation cleansing wash is sprayed onto the train cars and pours off the side, emitting a acrid odor. But as the train slows down, a deafening metallic shriek echoes within the building, causing the surrounding travelers to reflexively cover their ears. Then the train comes to a halt and its heavy doors open. Gangways extend from the train to the platform, and the passengers stream off the vehicle. The passengers all look tired as they drag their luggage off the trains. However, one of them is not like the others as she hops, skips, and jumps off down the ramp. Okay, I'm guessing either Lena or Diane's sister, because I don't remember Diane's sister's name. I was right. It's Jangyu. Okay. I like Jangyu way more than Diane. She's so much cuter. I don't know. She has such a sweet energy. The pigtails. She's a martial arts master on top of everything. I love her so much more than Diane. Like Diane's like the ara like Onesan, but I usually I prefer the older sister. But this is one instance where I like the younger one. That ride was so boring. So much for an express train. I was stuck in my seat for 20 hours. Holy shit, that's a long ride. My bones feel like they were being shaken to bits. You're a robot. Also, I have no idea who this is. I think this is a new doll. I think. Taeyang is her original name was Type 97, I believe. It's an elite doll. She made of sterner stuff than that. Zhang Yu. I have to remember that. Even an elite doll can't handle having to sit still in a car the size of a wasp station. Isn't that right, Vixus? Oh, Diane's here, I guess. An elegantly dressed doll emerges from the cabin car. She gently passes Zhang Yu's head, which manages to soothe the somewhat angsty little sister. Yeah, there she is. The NTR queen. Long may she reign. Do you guys know about the scandal with Diane? Who's fucking... Oh, sorry. Hey, Gunther. Thanks for the thing. I'll look at these later. You can also put them in the chat, actually, in the server if you want. Although I'm not sure where you would put them. Maybe art? But yeah. Alright, thanks for sending it, Sherry, though. But yeah, NTR Queen, Diane. It must have been hard on you, but I don't think that's enough to get the better of the best little sister in the world, am I right? Upon hearing Diane's word, Zhang Yu goes from pouting in annoyance to smiling broadly, and she smugly plants her hands on her waist. Of course, I was just venting a little. It's not as though I was actually bothered by it. I like Zhang Yu. She's so... It's cute though that like they seem to have a really good relationship with each other. Theater chat. Okay, sure, that works. Oh yeah. And TR Queen cutting off your sentence at it was definitely fucking no. Zhao Huai, I don't. Oh god, the Chinese names. I can't. I'm sorry. Zhao Wai, how are you doing? As a doll, being able to get a seat at all is pretty good. I guess that's true. God, I mean, we got into this a little bit already, but like dolls are basically second-class citizens. They don't really acknowledge it, but they kind of are. The only time I can think of where it's kind of like acknowledged that dolls are not treated particularly well by most people is with Ulid and her little clan of dolls that ran away and escaped mistreatment. They kind of Ulid is kind of like the Spartacus of this universe. She basically led a slave rebellion, and then they ran away to start like their own nation and basically just tried to live free. But things have been going really rough for them. But I guess the only time they ever acknowledged that dolls are treated badly, because in Ula's case, she was part of like a society where they made dolls fight each other for like gladiator sports, basically, if I remember correctly. So like, yeah, she's basically Spartacus. and they escaped with her, and she became the leader of their little group. But yeah, like even something like as minor as this, relatively minor, like on a busy train or a bus, the dolls are expected to sit in the back. Oh boy. Or not get a seat at all, you know, which is again just kind of fucked up if you think about it. I'll leave my own rebellion. Yes, get all the T-doll honeys, and they'll be free them, and they'll be forever grateful. Ugh, we should have asked you. I know it's been hard on everyone. There's still a few more hours until our transfer train arrives, so we rest in the train station. Big says, we spent the Colossus pieces we saved up for half a year on the travel expenses for this journey. Was it really necessary? It's true that cross-country travel is a little expensive, but there was an important reason for it. What kind of reason would be worth half a year of income? For train tickets? Damn. Also, what's this about NTR? Okay. Okay, look at here. Okay, here's the story. Like, here's the basic gist of it. Diane, this chick right here. It's been 10 years between the last game, Frontline 1, and this game. So, in that time, at some point, Diane became close to another human, and I think it was another commander. I think she got like reassigned to like another unit, and she kind of got close to a commander named Raymond. You'll notice I put in the title for this stream, and like they never even say exactly what their relationship was like. It could have been strictly professional. It could have been they were just friends. Maybe they were romantic. We don't know. But the Chinese CN server, the Chinese players got really upset about it. They hated it. They didn't like the implication that possibly their beloved waifu Dayan, their big titty Onesama, decided to possibly get with another guy in the 10 years that you were gone. And like it kind of blew up. It became a pretty big controversy in the CN side of the game. So much in fact that they completely retconned that guy out of the story. He's no longer mentioned at all. He's officially not canon anymore. So like technically she isn't, but I still like to call her as a joke as the NTR queen. Because she cucks you super fucking hard. Or like her boyfriend cucks you, I guess. But anyway, that's like the basic gist of it. And the CN server, the Chinese players couldn't handle the possibility of a girl moving on after you leave for whatever reason. Like the thing is, she comes back. Like she's right here. We can recruit her right now. Like eventually, people are people. You know, you meet people, you separate. Sometimes you come back, and sometimes you reconnect. You know that happens. That's life. It's been 10 years. That's a long time. But they couldn't like accept that the possibility that like for a time she might have been with somebody else, even if it was only temporarily. No, she has to stay strictly exclusively to your player character, the commander. And it was just really silly. So anyway, she's our NTR queen, and she will ever be such. My first decree: why stop at the gals? Give them attachables for their own use. Faster rate of T-dot protection. God damn it! Make them breathe. God damn. Now you're cucking them back. Double NTR. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you get it. Like, just take it as a win. Anyway, the point is, Raymond is not canon anymore. He has never existed. He has been Soviet, communist, removed from the records. He never existed. Don't worry about him. It was a bad dream. You're just delusional. He never existed. Anyway, Dayan, NTR queen, long may she reign. That's a secret for now. But once you find out, I'm sure you'll be surprised. Surprise? Hope it won't turn out to be a shock instead. I'm sorry, Dayan has a reason for doing what she did. Shouldn't she have absolute faith in her as her little sister? That's not true. I'm an older brother. I don't think anyone should have absolute faith in me. That's true, but we spent so much money, and I don't know the reason why. Can't you let me complain a little bit? You didn't tell her why you spent like half a year of income on this trip, or like why they came out here. I think our luck was for the ship's been unloaded. Go over and get our stuff traveling case before someone takes them, okay? Look how big her eyes are. Big old eyes. Oh. The collection is in my luggage. I can't lose them out again this time. Why would you bring your collection on a trip? Whatever it is. Like, I brought my entire Funko Pop collection when I went to California. That'd be weird. The FBI solution. No. Man, it's kind of weird. Yeah, it's weird, like the whole situation with Dayan. I mean, like I said, it's like whole segments of the story. Dayan's not even the only time this happened. Like, there's been other cases where Dayan might be the biggest example, but there have been other cases where the Chinese players did not like what was happening in the story, and the devs like straight up just rewrote the entire story to appeal to them and what they wanted. And like there is an extent where like, yes, listen to your players, you know, like keep like do what they want and all that, but there's an extent where like your integrity as an artist and as a writer, like you should be able to like at some point put your foot down and say, we want to tell this story instead. How about that? Again, to an extent, like for like 80% of the time, yes, like always listen to the players. But there is like that 20% area where like the players are being stupid and like you gotta tell them, okay, like you're not making it, we are. There again, it happens maybe 10% of the time. But yeah, it does those times do exist. Zhang Yu frantically runs toward the luggage carriage. Diane sighs quietly, and Shohao walks up there. God, these names! So, hold on. I'm already getting my mouth. Oh, sorry, so you get really dry. Frankly speaking, I don't really understand the purpose of this journey either. If it's to expand the range of our tour, then there's no point to going so far by train. We won't even make the money for the train back with our concert earnings. Also, thank you for the water and the stretch. Thank you. Our destination is far away from our current active radius. I'm sure you wouldn't have chosen this region if you didn't have a reason for it. Indeed, I have very important reasons for doing this. I'm guessing it involves the commander. Like, they just want to like make it like drive it home. She loves the commander's dick so much. She has to go back to him somehow. An important friend contacted me some time back, and while she didn't tell me why I had to be here, I was sure that it was related to our shared past. Okay, maybe not. Okay, they didn't overcorrect, so to speak. Important friend. Does this mean it's related to your past in Griffin? Okay, yeah, she definitely was not in the first game. Yes, for a certain reason, my friend did not want to leave any records that we knew about this ahead of time. What a strange reason. Sorry, I dragged you into this. Man, fans are scary. They can be, yeah. Sometimes the fans can be wrong. Sometimes they definitely can. Don't worry about it. Besides, it's not like I have anywhere else to go. I mean, I assume Danyan is the squad leader, so she kind of just has to do what she tells her to do. Shohao stretches seemingly to put Dayan at ease, and Dayan responds with a smile. Zhang Yu's piercing voice rings out from the distance. Big sis, this is bad! Dayan and Zhanglu turn to look around at the sound of the voice and see Zhang Yu being chased by several men in security guard uniform. What did they do? What did she do? The guards are trying to handcuff Zhang Yu, but her strength and agility are far beyond theirs. Zhang Yu calls out loudly to Diane as she runs. These stupid guys won't listen to me at all. The smuggler's a tricky one. Get more guys in here to surround her. You're the smuggler. Your mom's the smuggler. Yo, your mom jokes. As Zhang Yang makes a bigger and bigger ruckus, the surrounding travelers gather around to gawk, and more security guards swarm over. Dayan and Zhu Hao immediately run over to Zhang Yu, blocking her behind them, and then Dayan whispers to Zhu Hao, "Don't hurt the humans, otherwise things will get very troublesome." Zhu Hao replies with a knowing nod and attempts to take down the oncoming security guards aside with minimal force. After seeing the doll's prowess, the guards freeze up, unwilling to recklessly approach them. However, there's the sound of a handgun chambering around in the distance. A middle-aged man who looks like a police officer stalks over to Dayan and the others. "Railway police! See struggling, I will open fire!" Oh no. Was this like super casual, like, Animal Crossing music? Diane looks around herself. Well, this is just a minor transfer station. Things will get extremely troublesome if they do get detained here. Since they haven't broken the law, their current priority is to figure out why Zhang Yu has been chased by the security personnel. Officer, we're just ordinary travelers. Why are you trying to arrest my sister? The railway police officers looks Diane up and down. He shows no sign of lowering his guard. Are you a doll? Dolls of your grade are a rarity around here. What is that supposed to mean? Your rarity. Of your, your grade. What does that mean? Is it because, like, she's obviously military or obviously for something else? Where's your owner? Get him out here. I want to speak to him. Officer, we own ourselves and we have proper credentials. Here is our electronic ID. So suspicious that the officer scans Diane. Yeah, again, like, they're basically slaves. Like, we don't talk about it, but very often, but it's basically, yeah. So suspicious the officer scans Diane and the other's IDs. The system indicates that they are indeed self-owned and authorized to travel freely. Oh, that sounds so So bad. Damn, so you really are cell phone. Stop saying that. I mean, it's true, but still. There's something you don't see every day. The railway police officer finds it hard to believe his eyes. Then he looks back to question the security guards who were chasing Zhang Yu. What's with these dolls? The scans revealed weapons in their luggage. They got guns, lots of guns. I mean, imagine only like 6 at most. We are authorized to bear fire control cords and use weapons. Our ID already shows this. We also declare the other weapons before the train. You can find it in the hazardous good transports permit section. The police officer eyes the security guard behind him, but frantically opens his terminal and goes through it. A while later, he lowers his head and speaks dejectedly. It's all in there. What the hell are you morons playing at? Don't you even know how to check IDs and forms? But our scanners threw up an alarm and we saw the guns and thought we should detain them. That's why none of you have managed to get a proper posting so far. You clowns can forget about being promoted for the rest of your lives. The railway police officer makes a big show of berating the security men while he pulls them aside and then quietly speaks to them. They say the dolls who can get clearance like this have a complicated past. You shouldn't get involved with them. Damn it, even humans don't get this kind of treatment. They're licensed to carry weapons and fire control cords, so they must be tactical dolls from some PMC. PMC, then maybe these dolls are... Boom, fucking terrorist attack all of a sudden. Suddenly there's a massive explosion from outside. A huge plume of black smoke rises from the quarantine wall in the distance as a shockwave from the explosion washes over them. Many people lose their balance and fall to the ground. What was that? The sound of screaming comes to the distance of the explosion and a panicked crowd begins running this way. It's a Boojum. Oh, that's like the highest tier of like Elid lifeform. Boojum hitting the quarantine wall. A Boojum? Run for your life! Fear instantly spreads to the crowd and the surrounding tourists drop their luggage as they frantically run in the opposite direction. Damn it, how many times has it been this month? Chief! We got an Elid incursion. Get your guns and follow me. Nothing suddenly recurs to the railway officer and he turns around to address the dolls. We're under gun here, can you help us out? Since you're tactical dolls, dealing with Elid should be a piece of cake for you, right? What should we do? We should take our luggage and run. No, we can't. There are too many civilians here. The consequences if the Elids broke in here would be unimaginable. But if that was a Boojum, it's not something we can handle. After seeing the dolls hesitate, the rail officer immediately chimes in. Just think about these unarmed civilians. As tactical dolls, shouldn't your priority be protecting humans? How about this? If you help us out, I can help you apply for a security certificate within the railway network. That way, you'll never be stopped or questioned no matter what station you go to. Sounds like a good deal to me. Then, well... Wait a minute. Big sis, I have a condition. Can we get better seats on the next trip? No problem. I'll think of something. What the Good. Fun hearing about the seat upgrade. Zhang Yu's eyes practically glow with excitement. Diamond looks at Jia Wai, who nods back in response. Neither her friends have agreed. Diane makes up her mind. Understood. Understood, officer. Please allow us to assist you. The railway officer entrusted this reason to us. Make sure you don't let the Elids... I feel like that's not correct. Wow, look over there, big sis. There's a huge hole in the section of the wall over there in the distance. The Elids must have entered through there. Looks like the work at the Boojum. What should we do if we encounter it? It's just a Boojum. I'll rip it to bits. Surely you know what a Boojum are, right? They're strong Elids, aren't they? I knew it. We won't be engaging the Boojum. If we run into it, we flee immediately. Understood. Yeah, got it, big sis. Focus. The Elids are drawing closer. Prepare for battle. Alright. The Deus Ex Mankind Divided moment. Don't worry about it. Alright, so I got a full squad. Yeah, these guys are like level, what? 15? I don't even have to fucking play the game. You just let them do it themselves. Okay. But yeah, oh my god, even like that, a basic support skill was enough to kill that. But yeah, it's pretty cool to see Diane and the... I'm glad John Yu's involved too. I mean, I knew she was going to be from the cover art, but still, nice to see him. Yeah, Type 95 and Type 97. Again, I'm pretty sure what their original names were. Where's the last one? Oh. Just kill it. Why are you going that way? There's nothing over there. Never mind. You got it. But yeah, easy. Don't even have to really do anything. After eliminating the E-Liz within the area, Diane contacts the railway police officer over the radio. Officer, this area is clear. There's a breach in the quarantine wall here, and there are elevated levels of collapsed radiation at our position. Please warn any nearby humans not to approach it. Understood. Thank you. I've already contacted the nearby rail units for support. Please ensure no E-Liz get through on your side until they arrive. Alright, leave it to us. Also, you best not pass through the quarantine wall and head outside. You might run into something bad out there. Is there a problem over there? We received reports of unidentified groups being active there. A lot of people have gone missing recently. Bujin sightings have been increasing recently, and there are rumors about a cult operating nearby, so you'd best not get involved. Thank you for the reminder. We'll pay attention to this. Zhang Yu puts her weapon down and stretches lazily. What the heck? These E-Liz are wimps. I love her so much. After seeing all those humans getting scared, I thought we'd encounter some big monster. We're lucky that we didn't run into that big monster. Oh. There's another explosion which sounds like it came from much closer this time. It gives Zhang Yu a fright. Another explosion? Did more E-Liz sneak in? There's no way these Mook E-Liz could have caused so much damage. The Bujin must be nearby. If it was a Bujin, we'd have heard its roars. That's true. Head over and take a look. We need to completely clear this area of threats. The dolls warily approached the origin of the explosion just now, but the thick smoke is left and its wake hasn't completely dispersed yet. Fortunately, they don't hear the howling of E-Liz apart from the sound of burning and the wind blowing. Everything is silent. After making their way through the smoke, they see a breach in the quarantine wall not far ahead. The surroundings are a mess. Sand and invisible collapsed particles are streaming into the breach. Dolls are stunned by the extent of this devastation here. However, what truly shocks them is that there's something that definitely does not belong in a place like this, right in the middle of the breach. But the big sis, there's someone lying on the ground. Dan looks over and sees a girl with blue hair on her. Is it Coffney? On the ground, her hands tightly clasped around her weapon, and there are 3 strange spears circling. Wait, what? The spears glow with a blue light, and the heat boiling off them makes the surrounding air ripple. It's plain to see that the previous destruction was their work. Is that a doll? Daya slowly pushes the doll on the ground, but John Hu immediately steps up to stop her. Wait a minute, don't go over. Diane looks at the fallen doll. The spears have changed position and begun glowing in response to her approach. It looks like they might attack at any moment. Is that some kind of autonomous defense system? It sounds like Helena with her battle spears or whatever they're called. Huh? What would a doll have something like that? Actually, that reminds me of like Agent. Oh no. Artificer? There was another Sanctuary who had like guns that like float around her and attacked for her. They weren't like actual guns that she used like directly. At least it's not XCOM hit rate. Yeah, thankfully we don't have that in this game. Like every hit's a hit. It just depends on if you're hitting cover or not. As to how effective the hit itself is. The last time we saw something like that was around 10 years ago, right? Just as the dolls come to a halt, the spears suddenly flash with light before flying rapidly in the opposite direction from Diane and the company. Those spears flew off. Does that mean it's safe? The logic pathways sure are simple. What this in our trap? I'm not picking up any other threats for the moment. That doll looks like she crashed. Watch her surroundings. I'm going to try and reboot her. Want to do it here? Can't we just haul her back to the train station and be done with it? I have some questions for her. For some reason, I get the feeling that we have something in common. Is this related to the past we were talking about? Reason that we couldn't know about ahead of time? Yes, that's the feeling I'm getting. I'm sure there's a reason that we've come all the way here. Oh, Jungyu looks a little confused. He nods towards Diane anyway. After seeing the two dolls scan their surroundings, Diane begins working on the doll. She carefully turns the doll's body over and finds her connection port. She attempts to connect to the other dolls near a cloud, and its firewall structure seems strangely familiar to her. Are you alright, Bixus? Since when did you become an electronic warfare specialist? Connecting to her was easy. The IFF handshake protocol she uses is the same as ours. The same? But how could it be the same? She's got the same IF data as you. Haven't you figured out why yet? Did she form a griffin? Well, then they would recognize her. Just on looks alone. Yeah, was she a griffin too? But then, why don't I remember her at all? But you'll have your answer once she wakes up. Diane breaks the connection and gets to her feet. The other two dolls approach her, watching for the dolls near a cloud to finish rebooting. As she looks at the doll before her, Diane has a rough idea what to expect. Who the fuck is it? Blue-haired doll. The only one I can think of is Tarzov? I think that's what her name was. She's based on the Israeli bullpup rifle. That's the only doll I can think of that has blue hair. That wasn't Griffin. But okay, guess we'll see. Also, the music is so serene and Chinese, despite it being like really hectic. Oh wait, why are you here? I don't fight. I hate Sexton. She's annoying. She in her boy shorts. Wait, this is the Elmo. I'm sitting in front of one of the big drop windows beside the main console, blowing on my cup as I sip the revolting instant coffee. Instant coffee is not bad. Also, thank you for the redeem. Hugs. Wait, who did that? Gunter, thank you. Roll. Hey, Suji, how's it going? Sex in the name. Did I put sex in the name? I don't remember. I didn't say that. I said like Zegs. That's different. That's completely different. But how's it going, Suji? Hope you're having a good evening. Also, thank you for the redeem, Gunter. I'm basically playing a visual novel, so I'm sorry if I can't talk directly. I'm gonna be talking a lot here. Like a revolting instant coffee. Instant coffee isn't bad. I think about how to handle the upcoming situation. Paradeus has been sighted. Dolls like Sexton and Darcher have attacked us, and then there's the recent transmission. All this makes me sink deep into... Okay, so this sounds like it happens after Chapter 7. Like, right after Chapter 7. Whereas, like, the last event happens prior to the beginning of the game. Prior to Chapter 1. While trying to sort things out of my head, something in my heart is protesting. So the past has caught up with me at last. Yeah, it does seem like this is like the time where, well, we were like kind of casually being bounty hunters in the past 10 years, but now it's like we're like all our old flames are coming back and demanding child support or something like that. Dealing with hacking issues. Yeah, that was really unfortunate. I'm glad I was kind of worried for a second that like I might have got the phishing bug, but thankfully I think I caught it in time. But I hope you can figure that out. Because that's really annoying. Yeah, that's not good, obviously, for obvious reasons. Just then, Mei Ling opens the doors to the office room, walking towards me as she works her tablet. Upon hearing me mutter to myself, Mei Ling puts down her tablet in curiosity and speaks to me. What were you talking about, Commander? It's nothing. Just an adult's pointless grumble. She's an adult. She drinks all the time. Like, too much, actually. She's just a crybaby. I mean, the commander's older. I imagine, like, he's, like, in his mid-30s at least. How's that doll? Are you talking about Sexton's? He's already inside the doll repair... Wait, what? We found her? Did we catch her? He's already in the doll repair bay. I just ran the first round of comprehensive system diagnostics on her. Looks like she's been very badly damaged. Maybe this takes place after Chapter 8, and I'm not... I need to look at the timeline. There has to be a timeline. Most of it wasn't from Leader, though. Just what on earth happened to her before this. Wish someone could tell me that. Let's just bring her in and do some basic repairs on her. We'll have to watch her around the clock, though. Remove her arms and legs. Like, you could actually do that, I imagine. And no, this isn't a freaky sex thing. It's like, don't let her be able to move. Like, she clearly is an enemy unit, but she's a robot. You can remove her arms. I wish someone would tell me that. Let's roll the clock though. Yeah, Leader Gross says so too. Sure hope not. No, it's not. It's not a creepy sex thing. I promise. Saturday arrange for rotating shifts to man the security cameras, and we'll have dolls stationed in the repair bay. Alright then, I can rest easy knowing Gross is handling things. Commander. What's going on? Are you really going to bring Helena out with you again? Ever since we brought Helena back from Paradies, she hasn't been feeling too well. We can't let people keep pursuing us. It's not enough just to keep Helena safe. We need to gather more information and launch an adequate counterattack. I know that, but I'm just worried. Don't worry, Maitland. Everything will get better. Really? For some reason, the look in your eyes seems different than before. Different? In the past, you always had a kind smile on your face, but ever since you got involved with Paradies, your eyes have started looking kind of scary. I fake a cough to hide my accidental display of emotion. After seeing the worried look in Maitland's eye, I make a show of striking to try and calm her down. Sorry, Maitland. I think I recall something from the past. Don't worry, I won't put the others in danger. I won't let this happen again. My words don't sound the least bit reassuring, but fortunately Maitland doesn't probe further into it. Well, if you say so, Commander. Not to Maitland, and Maitland nods back, though whether or not she actually understands remains in question. How are things on Coffney's end? Yeah, so Coffney was throwing a tantrum last time, so if Helena's alright, can you have Coffney let me speak to her for a bit? Not to be in the medical room. Should I go and take a look? Yes, please pass the message on. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this might take place after Chapter 8. Which we haven't done, so... But they've released them at the same time, and one's a limited time event, so like you're more inclined to do that one first, which is this thing, so... I mean, I don't mind, but it's a little annoying. Let me through. After watching Maitland leave, I take a look at myself through my reflection in the window glass. Am I really that scary? Yes. It seems the ripple through which that transmission set off in my heart were bigger than I expected. My regrets over the past surged to the fore, along with my hopes for the future. Before I had not been willing to recall the past, and neither did I dare dream about change in the future. Right now, however, all the thoughts hidden in my heart are bursting out uncontrollably into my mind. Perhaps I had been trapped in the events from 10 years ago all this time. I look into the glass again, and my face does seem a little twisted. I should drink some coffee to cover it up. Blah, that's hot! Annoyed, I put down my mug and catch sight of the nearby control terminal. I had heard the news that they had tied my heart up in knots there just a half day ago. Rubbed my temples and began recalling the events from back then. So it's like the other day, I guess. No time to backtrace, and no time for repair either. I've only been able to go through the basic maintenance on everyone. Sextons is out there, and the storm here is bad. We'll be alright, right, Commander? Rosa? Enemy number confirmed to be just one. Is it Sextons? Yes. Burst of static comes through the comms, making it difficult to make out what Rosa is saying. I'm assuming we're gonna do this fight where we battle Sextons. It's just her. No other Paradies combat units? No, enemy confirmed to have left combat area. She retreated. She's remaining outside of our firing range and not leaving. Okay, I'm pretty sure you can stretch that around a little further. Maybe she's out of effective fire range, but you have Nemesis, she's a sniper. She could probably get close enough. There's a new communication request. Caller unknown. Put it through. Rosa, stay alert. Maitland displays a new comms window on the projection screen. I walk up to the projection screen. I think that's Sexton. Yeah, that's her. Okay. Good day. She's now a creepy cult leader. I find myself looking at Sexton, who is wearing a hood. Cannot be certain if the glass storm is affecting the signal reception or if Sexton's vocalization module is damaged, but her words are very choppy, and the simple greeting took her seconds to get out. Terrible day. This should be the first time I've seen you in the flesh. Sextons chasing us here, tailing us. What do you want? Don't say it like that. Sexton's my name? What? You know who I am. Please tell me. Still trying these childish tricks on us. Yeah, what the fuck happened? I don't remember this. It was really annoying the last time we fought her. Sexton makes no reply or any sort of movements. He looks like a static image pasted on the projection screen. Rosa, sit rep. No abnormalities, no movement from enemy unit. I don't have time for this. Rosa, get rid of her. Tell me. Sexton takes off her hood, revealing her exposed circuitry, protruding eyeballs, and mangled metallic hardware. Holy shit. I kind of wish they would actually kind of show, like, when it gets, like, we get that mecha... What's that? There's a term for it. I imagine Fire would know. Mecha Gore? Mecha Goro? Something like that? When they show, like android characters, like, ripped apart with, like, their exposed circuitry and such. I mean... I don't know, I think that stuff looks cool. Or maybe I'm a weirdo for thinking that. I'm not sure. Especially if it's, like... androids of, like, you know, young women. Maybe I am a weirdo. Ignore that. Neural authorization unlock. Tell me? Give me the order, Commander. New comms request. Encrypt the channel. Color is Light the Dawn, Shining Edge in hand. Isn't that the thing from, like, chapter 4? Put it through. Oh no, it's Lena. Never mind. Commander. Lena, what's wrong? Are you busy, Commander? It's nothing, just a battle. It's nothing. We're just fighting for our lives. Not really. It's just Sexton by herself, and she's not really doing anything. She's just standing there menacingly, and also really heavily damaged. That doll caused Sexton to showed up again, although she looks a little weird. Well, if you need to deal with her, I got a handy little helper that I can lend you. A handy little helper? As the commander conquered far and wide back then, having this much trouble with a single doll. Looks like the good stuff Persica was talking about isn't doing that much good after all. That voice, could it be... That's right, it's Miss Dandy... Oh no, goddammit. It's Dandelion. She said she had urgent business with you, so I activated the emergency communication system. It's now not a good time to talk, Commander. Normally that would be the case, but it would be a different matter if she could lend us a hand. Oh great, here we go. Lena picks up my meaning and opens the link window. Dandelion's image instantly projects out of the comm terminal. Dandelion is still the same as she was 10 years ago, still acting all smug even at a critical moment. Still, since she's come knocking on my door, there's got to be something she needs me to do for her. It would be more efficient to let her take care of this emergency until then. You really don't stand on ceremony, do you, Commander? You always have me cleaning up a big mess for you. Well, I'm sure it's not a big loss for the great and powerful Dandelion to help us out, right? Alright then, what's the problem now? I suddenly realized that it's been a long time since we last spoke like that, but I ended up taking this tone with her anyway. For some reason, I'm not worried at all that she'll be repulsed by my attitude. In fact, wait, why am I worried that she'll not like, she'll get the ick from me? I'm getting the ick from her. In fact, even her seemingly mocking tone is putting me at ease. As expected, Dandelion smiles in that familiar yet annoying way. Every time I see that smile, I just know she must be laughing like a hyena deep inside her virtual cognition image. But at the same time, I know she'll step up to solve my issues. I dragged the video message Rosa sent back into the comm window. Dandelion instantly recognizes the person within it. Isn't this the third generation doll, Sexton's? You know her? I found this information on her easily enough in the Nympha database. She's the Garage Group's newest product and their pride and joy. The third generation doll. We already knew this. The third generation part at least. So, just like Ro then. Oh yeah, I forgot. Ro 365? Was that her name? She was the newest member of AR Squad, so technically, assuming this is M4A1, subordinate to M4. Actually, I think she was squad leader for a little while, if I remember correctly, because M4 got. I guess she was going under. She was dealing with some stuff. But yeah, now I remember. Ro was like a super advanced doll. I didn't think that she was a 3rd generation, which means like 3rd generation dolls are actually kind of old. Now that I think about it, because Ro came in around, I want to say like the 2nd year of GFL1. So like they're closer to like 15 years old than a decade. Her hardware's a little more advanced, but from a design standpoint, all I can say is that she's nothing more than a crude copy. In short, way worse than Ro. Copy. Forget it. That's not important. Although she looks pretty messed up, her fighting power still poses a major threat to us. What should we do? The best way to deal with the fake is the real thing, of course. If I'm not wrong, you acquired remodeling pattern technology already, right? Have you used it yet? Mailing. I've outfitted leader Groza and the others with remodeling patterns, but for some reason, maximum burst output is stuck at 68%. Damn, we can't even get that 1 extra percent. If I could enter the Elmo systems, I might be able to solve the problem of the remodeling patterns limited output. I don't like the idea of giving this bitch access to our systems. I don't trust her. And then your squad's combat power will rise like whoosh, and then you'll one-shot the sections before dragging her frame back. I'm sure a 3rd gen doll's neurocloud contains lots of info in the garage group. If you let me take care of it, I could crack it just like that. Sounds good. Why are you letting her? Groza, keep a safe distance from sections. Dandelion can boost the maximum output of your remodeling pattern. Once that's done, take her out and recover her frame. Dandelion? Can we trust her? She's an old... Is she, though? I mean, she technically was allied with Griffin. But, I don't... I mean, look at her. I don't trust her. She's an old friend. In any case, we'll upgrade it ASAP. Once I give the word, launch the attack. Understood. We'll keep our distance and stand by for further instructions. Gross's team begins falling back, and I signal to Dandelion to work as fast as she can. Miss Mainling, are you the Elmo's adjutant? Will you allow me to enter the Elmo systems? Huh? Well... You can enter without asking her, you know. Good manners are very important for girls, Commander. You're always breaking your subordinates' hearts because you keep forgetting that. Oh, shut up. You're Miss Dandelion, right? How are you planning to get into the Elmo systems? You need to tell me whether I can come in first. It's like a vampire. Good, Commander? It's alright. She's probably more familiar with the Elmo than we are. Wait, why? And we need to get the upgrade done ASAP. Then please come in, Miss Dandelion. As you wish. And then she fried everything and made us incredibly vulnerable. Takes violently, the lights sway as well. The monitors on the commander's console begins to throw off sparks. Yeah, this is not a good idea. Mailing nervously selects in a breath in, terrified that she just made the wrong decision. Pat her on the back, indicating that she shouldn't be worried. However, she looks at me with nervous eyes. Soon the monitors and lights go back to normal. Dandelion must be back. All the modules have been cared for very well. Looks like Miss Mailing's more capable than I expected. Are you in our systems already? Oh yes, I booted up a data backup from 10 years ago, and thanks to the massive data center on the Elmo and the nearby signal beacon, I managed to update part of my virtual cognition images data. Once it's completely fuses with me, we'll all be happy campers here together. So she like... I guess... I need to read up her lore. I just know she comes from M4A1. I'm just not sure exactly what she is. Upon my face, the scenario I least wanted to see has come to pass. I can practically imagine the tragic days ahead of us. Wait, a backup from 10 years ago? Have you been to the Elmo before, Miss Dandelion? Well, that's a long story. You see, 10 years ago, the commander of yours, who leisurely sitting over there, used little old me as a vehicle support AI, and had me slave and labor for them all day long. Oh, great. Hey! Isn't that the same as what? What I mean is that you helped keep Elmo running in the past as well. Oh, as me. She was gonna say me. so don't worry, I'll take on a big chunk of your workload. However, the priority right now is to get the remodeling pattern up. Oh my god, she's gonna become a permanent fixture now, moving forward. I don't know if I want that. Mailing, have you connected the remodeling pattern blocking system to the patterns backed system to the Elmo? Ah, yes. I need you to open the database and give me the necessary authorizations so I can go through the past data. Is it data or data? How do you say it? Also, how does the guy in Star Trek say it? I think it's Data. That's how he pronounces his name. Commander, can you give me a minute? I'll let you handle it. Looks like it's time for me to talk then. Lena, where's Kaylin? Colleen. Ah, I was just about to get to Miss Colleen. Also, she didn't correct me that time. Like, that was one of the things I was actually kind of sad about Kalina. The whole, like, Colleen doesn't like the commander after being gone for so long. She feels like she abandoned them and yada yada and all that, even though it wasn't necessarily his fault. Colleen is her nickname, and she doesn't, but she insists on you calling her Kalina. She doesn't want that sort of familiarity or with you anymore. So I'm wondering, did that change? Because Lena, being like basically her right-hand woman, what also insisted on that thing, like she doesn't want you to call her that, don't call her that. Like she would always correct the commander if she called her Kalina. I mean Colleen. So I'm wondering if like, did they smooth things out? When does this take place? I don't know when this story takes place. I'm assuming this is after, sometime between the chapter 1 and chapter 8. Or right after chapter 8. Dandelion and Miss Colleen aren't already contacted me. Seems there's been a change in the situation, so Helena's destination will need to be altered a little. Actually, this sounds like it's happening like in chapter... maybe sometime between chapter 5 and 6. So we're not going to Kiev? Yeah, this is chapter like 6 or something. Our prior decisions might have been leaked, and Miss Colleen is still looking for a source. Until then, we'll be transferring Helena to a reliable group. Right now, the Gerard group has their eyes on the Elmo. Having her to remain on the Elmo would be too dangerous for both her and the Elmo. It is a pretty high-profile vehicle. I mean, it's the size of a skyscraper, so got any specifics about the plan? I'll explain later. In any case, there's much work for you to do, Commander. Just listing all the work takes longer than a minute. It seems I'll need to mentally prepare myself. Commander, I finished analyzing the problem with the remodeling pattern. Do you want to hear about them? Go ahead. That's amazing. I can't believe she took care of everything in less than a minute. Any problem that could be covered by the Elmo's processing power is not a problem at all. I made some deductions based on the data and found that the data on the plants and Rosas and the others remodeling patterns was inaccurate, which led to them not being able to absorb collapse particles at full efficiency. Fully resolving this issue will require sample collaboration data, but that sort of thing can wait until later. Right now, I performed some simple simulated calibrations that should bring the remodeling patterns output from 68 to 85%. Still not at full output, but that should be more than enough to deal with that third generation doll. Excuse me. Has it already been done? You can use it right away. Understood. Rosa, check your remodeling pattern. Can you raise this output to 85%? Yes, the remodeling pattern's maximum output has been increased. Commander, should I continue with the attack on Sextons? Your orders are unchanged. Take her down and recover her frame. Understood. Executing now. Alright, now we do the fight. Also, that's interesting. Oh my god, so much talking. Jeez. Yeah, this is a visual novel. I'm not used to it. Oh wait, why does she look the same though? If she's supposed to be like banged up. You're 14 minutes and 25.3 seconds late. Like, shut up. I'm trying. But damn. So much. Yeah, this game is more of a visual novel than anything. It's XCOM the visual novel. Well, most gacha games nowadays have like fully voiced lines and are more... the cutscenes are like, you know, actual cutscenes, so I don't have to do much. Never mind! Holy shit. The battle took less than the cutscene. Commander, we recovered Sexton's frame. Estimate 20 minutes to get back to the Elmo. It took like a minute to take her out. Thank you. Done well. Take care on the way back. Understood. We're heading out. Well, that's Leader Rosa for you. She one-shotted that doll the moment she got an upgrade. I mean, it was Macchiato technically, but I didn't expect someone who chased new trends as much as you would bring along an old subordinate, Commander. I'm not a trend chaser. Really now. But then why didn't I see a single familiar face? Why don't I see a single familiar face? Should she be the one who best knows the reason for that and best understands what happened back then, deadline? Oh, of course I understand. Is there anyone who understands you better than me, Commander? I simply thought your reaction when I phrased it that way would be very amusing. Yeah, she does seem to know as much as M4A1, but she's way more sadistic about it. Naturally, I understand that you're bound by the limitations of your Mephisto agreement, because some people are so terrified of you that they thought of you not being separated from those cute little dolls of yours keeps them up at night. And here I thought you had wasted away to the point where you gotten used to those days of drifting with the wind. You didn't have to say that. What's this, Commander? Are you mad? Frustrated? Wroth even? Do you want to pin me down and fuck me stupid? I mean, what? I look down and run away from her, there is no response. I know that I'm not angry, rather the fact that she has hit the nail on the head has left me feeling a little guilty instead. All this while, I thought that I'd completed my mission, so I don't want to experience those despair-inducing things again. Things like watching my friends die and sacrificing my support. Wait, what? Did that happen? There are some dolls that I think are that might be confirmed dead, like Intervention, M3 200. I think it was her name. So apparently, a really popular doll that I wasn't aware that she was that beloved. I think she's dead, like dead. Still, despite everything we did, everything we sacrificed, Paradeus is still around. If my mission was a failure, then what even was the point of everything I did back then? As I pondered this, the regrets I've been hiding in the depths of my heart surged to the fore again. It's not like I don't understand how you feel. Maybe a new beginning might not be so bad after all. Perhaps those subordinates of yours could come back and work for you again. A new beginning? Yeah, isn't that the whole point of this game? It's been out for like a month and a half now, I think. What kind of beginning? Perhaps we should start with a teeny tiny accident. I have time for your riddles. Aw, you wound me. I guess little Miss 9 will have to explain then. Wait, who? Lena? Oh, UMP9. It's like this. Kaylin had an idea. She wants you to meet up with 404 after this. The entirety of 404? Kukai? What, 416 all I need? Me with 45 and the others? You forgot the most important one! No, Leva. That is to say 45 is still on a mission with Miss Kaylin now. Look, I'm sorry. Like, I don't... It's Leva... Okay, Leva, Lena, Klukai. I think G11 is called Mika now. I don't... Something with an M. I can't remember her name. But yeah, I love 404. They're my favorite squad. I used to love the 5, but as I started figuring out that the AK-12 pattern isn't that great, I started to like dislike them a little bit. No, Leva, that is to say 45 is still on a mission with Miss Kaylin now. Klukai! Oh, she is the leader. I mean, that's the obvious choice. Klukai was the best unit in the squad. Leva 45 was the leader simply because she started the squad, but I stand with the premise. I agree with Klukai that she is the best squad member. She was the most effective. That being said, she was very antisocial back then. Very competitive. I mean, she still is competitive from what I understand, but like grating. She wouldn't have made a good leader. But now, from what I understand, Klukai is a lot more chill. Still a bit of a show off, but she doesn't do it in a... How do I say this? She doesn't do it in a self-conscious kind of desperate to prove herself kind of way. She does it because she just finds it fun being good and being good at what she does. So she's more healthy about it. So that's why I think like she has matured and is a bit more appropriate to be a leader. Though even back then, she was always very protective of G11. She kind of treated her like a little sister. So it's not like she was heartless. It's just that she was very cold back then. Kukai's leading 404 now. Kukai's 416. I know that. Also, okay, so that's how you spell it. Okay, so they didn't change the name. Good. I was kind of worried they were gonna spell it as CKLUKAY. I'm glad they're keeping the CN server spelling. I'm still not really 100% about Macchiato's name, going with the K. I know, she's 416. So she finally became 404's leader, like she always wanted. Yep. Haha, yeah. Kukai and her team are on a mission, and Caitlyn... Wait, but 404 was only 4 members. You're over there. Well, you're here, I guess, basically. Leva is with Caitlyn, so that means, like, the team... 404 is literally just 2 people right now. Mika. I'm gonna call her Mika for now, I guess. And Kukai. Kukai and her team are on a mission, and Caitlyn was hoping you could send a squad over to back them up, in case something dangerous happened. That sounds like Kukai might be the next doll that they make playable. That way, you'll be making contact with him through a request posted by the Yonfa. Doing that shouldn't cause too many problems. So we're gonna see Kukai? Like this event? I'm excited. Got it. Give me the coordinates then, and the time. I'll prepare for it. Oh, it's not too urgent. The mission's still in the preparation phase. They'll let you know if they need support. Also, there's something else which is more important. Like I said earlier, Helena needs to get to Lviv. Lviv. That's right. The non-military forces administration has forces under its complete control there, including hospitals with comprehensive care units. However, Miss Caitlyn wants to bring her in via the Intercontinental Railway. Sending her via the Elmo would attract too much attention. Ugh, considering our past experience, it's not like the Intercontinental Railway is that much safer. Last time it was because there was a problem with the pickup at your destination. We'll make sure it doesn't happen again. Okay, so this is definitely after that incident where we met Caitlyn in person with Helena. So yeah, I feel like this is taking place between like chapter 4 and 6, somewhere around that area. But you didn't actually encounter any difficulties on your way there by train, right, Commander? That's true. While the Intercontinental Railway in the cities to pass through might not be 100% safe, at least the enemy won't be able to attack them so openly. In comparison, moving through the contamination zone is riskier. Suppose that's true. Thing is, while I can still ensure Helena's safety on the Elmo, I'm not confident bringing her out without an adequate escort. You don't have to worry about that. There are tons of dolls everywhere who are willing to help you out. Who knows, you might end up encountering lots of friends on the road to Lviv. Counters, you say? A Nikkei reference? Oh yeah, we might get that Nikkei Girls Online crossover, which I really want, because, I don't know, I'd be sick to see Klukai and Rappy kicking ass. I mean, a random encounter technically isn't a violation of the agreement, right? I mean, that's how we got around having Suomi on board for a little while. I think that's how Sabrina, if technically, is part of the squad now. I'm not sure about, like, 404, though. Like, they are actively contacting me and want to hang out. But then again, 404 are not part of any official government. So they can do whatever the hell they want, I imagine. Because 404 was always an independent mercenary squad. They did whatever they wanted. So they don't have to follow the rules because they never agreed to them. So, of course, if you can't get Helena to safety, it's not like there's no way to deal with Mephisto. Am I correct in understanding that this condition is a condition for the deal? Deal is such an ugly word. I have nothing but good intentions for you, Commander. I don't trust you. The more you say that, the more I'm thinking there's some pit trap out there waiting for me to fall into. Of course, the right to decide is still in your hands. If you're satisfied with your lifestyle running away, you are, of course, free to reject my requests. As long as you're really all right with that. I'll mention. I frowned and finished the last of the coffee, and then I puked because it was terrible. For some reason, the memory fills me with displeasure. Although I became used to Dandelion's attitude 10 years ago, I'm particularly irked by how she's acting this time around. Like last time I watched, just as I think someone ought to be coming over, there's a ding from the lifts. Are you done? Are you done crying? Commander, Melee told me you want to see Helena, so I brought her here. Well, then again, this might have, again, like, so far, I'm thinking this takes place before Chapter 7. So this is before Coffney had her... But then when we met... That religious cult faction, I forgot the name. Deus, whatever. Which is after Chapter 7. So this... So now it feels like this is after Chapter 7 or 8. I have no idea where the fuck we are. The point is we have met that, so this has to take place after 7. Someone has to make like a timeline. So yeah, this would be after her having her little tantrum, and she's acting all sweet now. Where's Maitland? Diner Gate called her away. Apparently she needs to fix something. So do we have like a bunch of Diner Gates? That'd be really cute. I love Diner Gates, they're adorable. More Dandelion tricks. Never mind, I won't bother about them for now. Focus my attention on Helena, who's in front of me now. Although she's just woke up, she doesn't look well. Helena, are you okay? She's crying again. Commander, just now, scary. Felt like something was getting into my head. Like I was remembering something, but I can't remember what. As Helena's eyes fill up with tears, my hand moves on its own to pat her head. My heart is aching for some reason. Coffee, is anything wrong with Helena's body? Apart from bruises where Krolik hit her... Why did Krolik hit her? I'm gonna hit Krolik. What did she do? Her vital signs have improved considerably. Also, Krolik's tough. Like, Helena's a little girl. Considerably. Still, Helena was acting a little strangely back then. There might be something that the almost equipment can't detect. That's so. She might need to go outside. She needs collapse radiation to function properly. She might just need a dosage. Forbidden to make up my mind. Helena? Avoid Helena's tears, speak to her in the kindest voice you can imagine. Don't be scared, Helena. I'll take you to a safe place this time. Be a place where you'll never feel scared like that again. Safe place? Yep, safer than the elbow even. Not true, Elmo is the safest. You don't believe me? Commander, I believe, but... Commander, are you going to take Helena away from the Elmo? Yep. Kellen gave us a new pickup point at Lviv. As you know, it's within the Nova spirit influence, and also has a place where Helena can get treatment. So we need to get her there, her safely ASAP. Yeah, the Elmo has a medical center, but we're not a hospital. In that case, sending Helena there would definitely be better for her. However, if we're going to the city, Helena might end up suffering organ failure like before. So wait, so she's not suffering from like collapse radiation withdrawal, whatever. It's definitely an issue. Can we like contain like radiation in a bottle and have her like drink it every now and then? I head back and consult with Lena on a resolution to that. Yeah, she's kind of like a ghoul when I think about it. You can give her like irradiated water and she'll probably be fine. I'll head back and consult with Lena on a solution to that. If you made up your mind then to go, then I'll go with you. Don't act all sweet. I remember what you did. After all, I am a medical doll, and if anything happens to Helena along the way, I can deal with it immediately. Coffee, you coming too? Of course she is. Yep, I need to accompany Helena. That way you'll feel much more used to. After hearing Coffee's words, Helena immediately throws up her arms in approval. Yay, Coffee is great. I like coffee. Don't worry about a thing. Well, let's head out. We'll head out with you, Commander. Yeah, this has to happen after Chapter 8. Because I imagine, like, the beginning of Chapter 8, Coffee's still going to be a little bitter. She needs time to, like, calm down. So, alright. Heck, this might be, like, after Chapter 9 or 10. Like, story that's not even available yet. Just leave it to me. I'll make sure you'll be fine. Helena remains silent for a long while before she finally nods and agrees to my request. I'll give Helena some anti-degradation medicine, then give her another checkup. Good point. Take care of Helena then. Also, we're going through the story so slowly. an hour and a half in, and we're only like maybe like 4 parts of like a 50-part series. Cuffing nods and leads Helena out of the room with a smile on her face. I exhale and think. Then I pick up my communicator and describe the situation. Actually, I think it's only 3 parts because we've only done 2 battles and 1 story cutscene. Exhale and think. Then I pick up my communicator. What do you think, leader? My opinion is the same as before. Helena was exposed to the Nitos, so we can't ensure her safety with her present firepower. She continues staying on the vehicle. Clearly, we need more dolls. Since Miss Kaylin had made arrangements to receive Helena, we should send her to her destination and complete the assignment ASAP. Finally, finish it ASAP, huh? Rub my temples. I know what Groza is trying to say without her having to actually put it into words. Maybe forgetting about the past would make things easier for her, or me. But for some reason, I know what I can't do that. I can't do that. Tell Groza what's on my mind. As expected, she expresses her opposition to my idea. Commander, we have very few dolls on hand. Carrying out 2 missions at once would be too much for us. We won't be able to support Squad 404 if we have to cover both you and Helena as well. Meeting up with Squad 404 would be an excellent opportunity for us. They're very good fighters and would greatly improve our combat. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, help 404 first, get a favor from them, and then they have them help us with the second mission. Then Helena. My plan is that Coffney, Helena, and I will travel along the route Lena gave us while you stay behind and secure the Elmo. According to Lena, 404's situation isn't too urgent. We'll back them up once we finish escorting Helena. So you won't need me to escort you, Commander? No, there's no need for that. We saw Sexton's on the Elmo and we don't know what her deal is, so I can't be at ease if you're not on the Elmo. Also, using firearms will be troublesome once we enter the city, which will make our strengths very hard to deploy. Then bring Coffney, Kolek. I know I was like talking shit about her earlier, but she doesn't use guns. She could probably move around a lot more quietly. We need more melee dolls and need to make melee good. Someone like Coffney, who's good at interacting with humans, is better suited for the task of escorting Helena. Coffney does carry a gun. It's a shitty one, but it is a gun. Dandelion is decrypting Sexton's neurocloud, but it'll take some time to finish. We can use this time to hurry you over to the train station. So I imagine this story is going to be us running into Dion. That's what's going to happen. I don't really think we're actually going to meet Klukai and Mika, unfortunately. I mean, Dion's on the cover. Like, this is supposed to be their story. So I realized that what I said just now might have made her unhappy. But Groza is not silent for long. She speaks to me in her usual tone. Understood, Commander. Let me do the planning. Well, that took forever. That was like 20 minutes ago we finished that fight. But yeah, we get you. Yeah, it's an hour and a half and we've only gotten through 3 of these. Oh boy. Okay. You going. Now stop me now. The fallen doll, Neurocloud. Oh yeah, who's this doll? I can only think of, again, that one bullpup rifle. She shakes her head and struggles to prop herself up. Dion, please give her a sprite. Like, don't just tell me it's a blue-haired doll. Are you alright? Oh no, it is Coffney. So yeah, so I was right. We are gonna run into her, and you know they make it a kind of a big deal how Coffney stands out a lot amongst the T-dolls, which she kind of does. Now I think about it, most T-dolls actually have very neutral hair colors, like nothing outlandish. Like there's not like they all have like natural hair colors for the most part. You know, blacks, red, blonde, brunettes, that sort of thing. Coffney and that other T-doll I was talking about, Treyov, the other rifle. Those are the only 2 that I can think of that have like blue anime hair. With, again, like, yeah, I just realized that GFL kind of keeps like a more grounded, I mean, not in like design, but in hair color. The dolls are more believable. So yeah, it does make sense to like make coffee stands out in that way. I think I'm fine. Where am I? Did you forget? Just an outsider. Oh, and that's why they were able to get into her to reactivate her neural cloud so easily. Because she's from the Elmo, and the Elmo is based on Griffin architecture. So she's basically a Griffin doll in terms of like internals or her software, which is weird to talk about a person like that. You're just outside an intercontinental railway station. What's your name? My name is Coffney. Doll called Coffney slowly comes to her senses. Then she seems to realize something and begins casting a searching gaze around herself. Commander, Helena. Helena? Commander? Commander can mean anything. It's not. It could be the commander. It could be anyone. There's nobody else around except the dolls. It could be me. They could be talking about me. There's nobody else around except the dolls. Coffney looks like she's about to cry. Dion looks just as shocked as Jungyu, but she patiently waits for Coffney to calm down. Commander's just a rank. It doesn't. Well, it's a title. It could be a rank too, but it's generally a title. The point is, they think that she's talking about the commander, but it could be anyone. The last thing I remember is the Bujun charging at me. Did you guys save me? Bujun was gone by the time we arrived, and Big Six helped reboot your neural cloud. I see. I don't know how to thank you for your help. We were just doing what we had to. The important thing is that you're okay. About the commander you mentioned. Could you tell me more about them? The commander? Why are you asking about the commander? Perhaps the commander you're talking about is the same one I know. We might be able to help each other out. Can you tell us more about this person so we can verify them? I knew the commander had so many old friends. Because you don't pay attention, that's why Coffee mutters to herself. These people don't seem like a bad lot, and she does need help. After some soul searching, Coffin decides to reveal a bit of information. The commander is the person who commands us. That was completely 100% accurate and useless. Yes, should be saying this. The commander is a bounty hunter who drives a mobile base vehicle around and takes assignments from all over the place, although he hardly makes any money because we fucking suck at our jobs. The MBV. Is this MBV called the Elmo? Huh? How'd you know that? Diane and Jiang Yu change looks. Could it be? Seems like it. Coffee, we were once tactical dolls who served under the commander of Griffin and Kyogre PMC. Griffin? Does that mean you used to be subordinates of the commander? Upon hearing Coffee's words, Diane is now certain. The commander has a name. Like you named the commander after yourself. Like you could have just given the name and then they would be able to know. Upon hearing Coffee's words, Diane is now certain that she's talking about the very same commander that she knows. That's right. Pardon me for not introducing myself. My name is Diane, and this is my little sister known as Jiang Yu. We used to be tactical dolls from Griffin. This is Zhou. While was not from Griffin, she is very reliable and is a friend of ours. Jiang Yu and Zhou wait to Coffee. But please believe us when we say that we wish to help you. Miss Coffee, can you tell us what happened just now? Coffee glances at the dolls and decides to believe in them. Then she quickly explains what just happened. Actually, going back to the hair thing, the only other doll I can think of that has unique hair that's kind of abnormal is Kukai, who has silver hair. Again, most of the dolls, thinking back, yeah, have like real world hair colors. We were attacked by an unknown force on our way to the train station, and as we were exchanging fire with them, Bujo suddenly appeared. I think I passed out after the Bujo's attack. I thought my frame would be shredded. I certainly didn't expect my functions all to be normal. There were 3 floating spirits around you just now. They flew away when we approached you. Oh, so those were Helena's spears. I thought we were gonna encounter like another Helena, but no. Helena must have sent her spears to protect Coffee. Floating spears. Did Helena save me? Helena? I mentioned that name too, in addition to the commander. Who is that? Don't get jealous, Jiang Yu. Why is there something as fancy as automated defense system here? I can't tell you that. Coffee shakes her head. She clearly doesn't trust them. Huh? But we saved your life. Dan looks at Coffee and realizes that the further questioning is pointless. More importantly, there are other, more pressing questions he wants to ask. Leaving that aside for the moment, do you know where the commander is now? The commander managed to avoid the Bujon's attack just now. I'm sure the commander would look for Helena if they were alright. If he was alright. I'm gonna replace all the days with he's. I'm playing, I'm the commander, I'm a guy. There's some explanation. Maybe the two of them are together. Can we track the location? Yes, we can. I planted a tracker on Helena. Coffee fiddles with her terminal, and the sounds it makes indicates that it's running normally. Thank goodness it's working fine. Hang on, Helena's actually pretty close by. But this location, it's underground. Coffee doesn't wait for the doll to answer, but she runs off towards Helena. God, Coffee, this what are your problems? You have a lot of problems, but this is one of them. Your lack of communication. The group catches up with Coffee after passing through the broken quarantine wall. Coffee goes a good long way before she finally comes to a halt. You've seen this before. There's a wreck shutter leading underground at the location where Coffee stopped. Also, this isn't the wasteland. This is not like a shutter, like a back alley. Shutter is built behind a small hill. Half of it is it's below ground level and is practically invisible from afar. The shutter outer camouflage has been blasted to bits. It was once the size of a cinema theater screen, but now it's nothing but ruined fragments that have been blasted inward, as though something huge just was torn through it. Look at this ripping and tearing. Did that Bujon flee in there? It's a weird slime on the ground. Looks like he went in there. Those spears flew this way. Those spears flew this way too. Maybe they went inside. The Bujon might have brought Helena here, but with her defense systems, Helena ought to be fine. Company wrings her hands, doing her best not to let her thoughts wander around toward the worst. They gently pats her on the shoulder, hoping to calm her down. It's Coffee. Things will be alright. Besides, the commander is here, right? Yeah? Coffee nods. He quietly mouths the words in her heart until she can calm down and function normally. The dolls approach the destroyed shutter. The interior is extremely spacious and seems to lead to an underground passage. This underground entrance, it has got to be some kind of shady facility. Looks like it's a secret passage built to smuggle people past the quarantine wall. Why is this secret passage so big? It's big enough for vehicles to pass through, considering how close it is to the train station. It must have been built by a really powerful broker. The underground brokers really do that? Hey Zero, how's it going? Hope you're doing good. It's playing some GFL too, and I'm doing a lot of reading and having to do tons of voices. But hope you're having a good one. I'm enjoying the story, but it's a lot. How do you think they transport that really big piece of merchandise? All this can't be just coincidence. Get my power now? Wait, were you out of power? What happened? I mean, I know the winter's been kind of a little bit rough, but hope you're doing all right. Diane remembers the reminder that the railway police officer just gave them. That, combined with the fact that anything involving the commander is bound to be complicated, makes her think that they need to be exceptionally careful with their next move. Is this Helena's location and the depths of this passage? From the coordinates, it seemed to be far below us. Perhaps there's another facility below. I know I have no right to ask this of you, but could you please help me find the commander and Helena? Dan looks at the pleading look in Coffee's eyes, and then at her two companions. Looks like your instincts are as accurate as ever, Diane. Of course! I'm overjoyed to be able to see the commander again. I had both Type 95 and 97 back in the day. I really do want to get Jung Yu. I think I said it wrong. No, Jung Yu. I really want to get her, but Klukai all the way first. When she comes, I'm gonna I wouldn't be surprised if Jung Yu is the next character they release, because we just got Diane. She's out right now. It would kind of make sense for them to release her sister right after, but I'm not gonna get her. Klukai, just stay on the price. Diane turns back and asks Coffee, replying in the affirmative. If we can help the commander, then we will certainly be inclined to help you. Please guide us to him. Thank you. Coffee gazes into the black depths of the passes and struggles to swallow the fear in her heart. Then she sends the coordinates to Diane and company before turning on the flashlights and venturing forth. I left her shawl. Dry. Alright, here we are. Everyone halt. There's movement up ahead. Okay, so her motto is in the game. Are they a squad of PMC troopers? Welcome back, Gunter. Yeah, so all the models are already in the game for the 3 Chinese dolls. I don't know what else to call them. I don't know what their squad name is. Gear reads Manji security. Maybe there's a bodyguard detachment deployed by the underground brokers. Should we open fire? They might not be hostile to us. Let's circle around them and keep moving on. Miss Coffany, what do you think? And there she is. Okay. There's a little diner gate over there. That's them. They're the ones who shot at us just now. Coffany! HQ, we've been attacked by some kind of autonomous defense weapon. Casualties are 7 men and we couldn't stop it from advancing. No, the target isn't moving at the moment. These, Unitids are praying or something. We can't step in. We're trying to get close enough, get enough people together to lock the scene down. Our losses from the bow just now were 2. The target, are they talking about Helena? No, we can finish the mission. We don't have to... Yes, understood. Squad, hold this position. We'll mount a fighting retreat when the mishaps show up. Hang in there. Mishaps. What are those? Who knows? But Helena might already have been captured by them. It's Diane. We can't wait to meet up with them. Let's press the attack. She's right. These people might put the commander in danger. Let's eliminate them. That's... I don't know if that's the best logic, but sure, whatever. Fuck it. Alright, let's destroy him. Not even gonna bother. Ugh. Oh my god, so much. Fights are breaks, honestly. So much dialogue. Jeez, I'm glad I never got into like not voicing, but streaming Arknights, because that game is supposed to be even worse. Then again, when Enfield comes out, I'm definitely gonna stream it. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. Arknight. Doctor. Shoot it! Why did you shoot it? What's wrong with you? Okay. Please, just shoot the fucker. Wait, where's the last one? Just do one more. Oh, there we go. There we go. Easy. Doctor! I did mention it last night, but like, we're gonna lose Doctor, because, you know, we don't play as the Doctor, we play as the Administrator. And also there's English voice acting, so we might not hear Doctor anymore, unfortunately. Alright, I wanted to see if this mission... I don't think this is a story mission, I just want to make sure. It is not. Okay. Alright, we'll just ignore this. We'll come back to this later. I'll do this on my own time, because it's not... We're only really focusing on the story. Yeah, those are just side missions, you get extra bonuses to that. Excellent, but we actually have firepower. Discord admin. Wait, what? Oh, yeah, I remember that. I mean, that is this game. I mean, I would argue that your average T-Doll is way more dangerous than your average XCOM soldier. Unless like you're like the higher end XCOM soldiers, then they're like pretty dangerous. But even then, like without the armor, a T-Doll without the armor and like the guns and everything, a T-Doll one-on-one against a average your XCOM soldier, the T-Doll's gonna win. She's a robot, she has enhanced strength, durability, and all that. If a T-Doll wrestles an average, even a full-grown fighting age male, the T-Doll's gonna win. Simple as. I sit down in front of the control terminal, think about my next move. With Sexton's and Nemesis on the Elmo, there's no way Groza can leave it, even if she isn't happy about it. However, there's something strange about Groza's expression, especially when I was discussing the past with her. Still, she's a doll. She's the doll team leader, so she ought to be able to handle it. We need more combat power to account for any sudden developments. The other dolls are way too flashy, which means the best choice is Coffee. I mean, you could make them like dress less provocatively for a little bit, and maybe go out instead of going out with full kit and rifles. Carry. I know a lot of dolls have sidearms. Just come out with pistols. I mean, I would prefer having rifles, but you know, at least it could help be a little more low key that way. I can rely on my own flexibility and Caitlin's resources to take care of things in the city, but in the contamination zone, Squad 404 needs fire support from the dolls. I lightly tap the table with my knuckles and decide to split our forces up in the end. I scratch my head and sigh heavily. The familiar pressure that once plagued me returns. I hate having to choose between the rock and hard place like this. We made up your mind. What? Oh no, why'd you do that? She put her consciousness into a diner gate. That's adorable. I'm gonna kick it. Dandelion's voice comes from a strange place. I look around, then find that there's a diner gate floating in the air right on top of my head. Since when did you gain the fetish of sleeving into diner gates? That's my favorite fetish now. Sleeving into diner gates. The floating diner gate that was originally intended as a smart navigator for the Elmo flies a little slower, but it still needs to look up I still need to look up to see it. Even in a diner gate body, this aura of smug superiority is uniquely Dandelion's. And whose fault is it that there aren't any usable frames on the Elmo? Now I have to lower myself to using this body. Lower myself? Who the heck even says that? Still, being able to float around like this feels nice. Looks like the stuff I left behind back then has pretty good performance. With just a quick modification, it can interface with beacon signals. Now I can contact the Elmo no matter how far away you are. What? No, don't, Gunter, no. It's a little tiny robot dog. You're saying you're going to head out with us in Diner Gate 4 form to live? I really do like the Diner Gate navigator. Like it's smaller. It's even smaller than standard Diner Gates, which I guess are called Super Diner Gates. And I don't know. It's really cute. I like the one you see on the title screen. It flies around. It's like a little assistant. It's really cute. I would love one as a pet. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't recall there ever being any like merchandise of Diner Gates. Like this would be a great thing for them to sell. Like the Diner Gate Navigator. Like have it as a little model you can buy. I mean, obviously the girls are gonna be more popular, but I would love this as a toy. Well, if I stayed on the Elmo by myself, I'm sure you'd be worried about me taking it for a joyride and leaving you homeless. Oh yeah, I can totally see you doing that. However, I rise from my place in front of the command console to keep my gaze trained on the Diner Gate. The Diner Gate backs off a little to keep its distance and projects a hologram of Dandelion, as though she's standing in front of me and having a conversation. Why are you looking for me now, of all times? It's already been 10 years, right? What? Did you miss me? Did you think I was too late? I just learned that Paradeus wasn't completely destroyed, and right after that, you show up. The timing seems a little too much of a coincidence to me. Technically, we met her, or at least heard from her, a little bit before we found out about Paradeus. You're still as sharp as ever, even though you've been wasting away out here in the boonies for 10 years. I don't bother keeping up the banter with her. Instead, I wait for her to continue speaking. Commander, why did you throw everything away and abandon everyone for 10 years? I assumed that we didn't have a choice. You should know the reason why. Of course, because you didn't want to get your hands dirty. But you do know that doing so costs you the ability to change things, right? Is that really okay? A lot of people think that what you did was incredibly stupid. They believe that if you had continued on your previous path, you'd be in a position of power now, instead of being bullied by Wahagers in the yellow zone. Do you think they're right? Commander had a lot of influence. Like, if he really wanted, he probably could have avoided being effectively exiled. At first I thought you wouldn't put up with the injustice for long, but now 10 years have passed in the blink of an eye, and you endured shame that normal people would not have been able to bear, with no intention of compromising in the slightest. Because of your sacrifice, all the people under you, humans and dolls, ends up living pretty good lives. I was definitely not expecting to hear those words from you. Are you trying to persuade me to go back? Of course not. You'd thoroughly resent me if I did. Damn straight. However, it seems that you couldn't achieve your original aim despite going rogue to do it, and the target you were truly aiming for was never exposed. The time was not yet ripe over the past 10 years, but now she has come to see me, so perhaps it's time for everything to be turned around. I'm assuming she's talking about M4A1. She, you say. Yes, even if you don't believe me, you can believe her, right? I hesitate briefly, but in the end, I ask a question in my heart. What does she want me to do? Dandelion smiles and shakes her head before raising the finger to her lips. She is just a silent observer, but the important thing is, what do you want to do? Leaving aside that pointless hatred, leaving aside that meaningless humiliation, what do you want to do after stagnating for 10 years? Dandelion looks in my eyes and I meet her gaze. There seems to be an inescapable power in them, forcing me to remember something that I've been trying to forget. Or do you think not doing anything at all would be the best choice? It's obviously not the best choice, but right now I do have the grounds to reply like that. I communicated beefs. I hesitate for a moment, but in the end I pick it up. Commander, the battle plan and combat supplies are ready. Do you want to conduct a briefing? I glance at Dandelion. She shrugs, then shuts off her Danner Gates hollow projection, as though to say we'll have lots of time to discuss this later. I shake my head and then take a deep breath before giving Rosa her orders. Alright, have them come over to the ops room. This isn't the ops room. The drone takes off from the Elmo landing pad, and soon the massive Elmo is nothing more than a tiny speck on the ground. Helena and Coffany are on one side of the drone, while the box form of Helena's transfer defense system and I are on the other side. That's sick. We're on the drone again. God, we haven't really been using it that much, which I'm really ashamed of. Which is a real shame. Inside the Gate's body, Dandelion sprawls over a nearby crate. She taps its surface curiously, as though she looking for a way to open it. The drone pierces through the cloud cover and the air begins to clear up. I take off my gas mask and the morning sunlight is slightly dazzling as it illuminates my face. However, it's not an unpleasant feeling. On the contrary, I actually like it. Seeing the morning sun makes me think that everything is full of hope. I turn to look at Coffany. She's helping Helena to adjust her safety belt so she feels more comfortable. Meanwhile, Helena is looking around curiously. All this is new to her. That's just as well. I was worried Helena would be afraid of flying, but it seems my worries were unfounded. So who's controlling the drone? Is it like autopilot, or I assumed Dandelion would be flying it. So I think this. I hear Mayling's voice over my earpiece. I guess Mayling could also be flying it. Commander, we're in cruise mode now. We're about an hour away from our destination, the Intercontinental Railway Transfer Station. Make sure you fly us well, Mayling. It took me a long time to get this drone back into flying condition. No, it didn't. You didn't do shit. You're not the mechanic. Mayling fixed it. Of course I will, Commander. The drone will touch down some distance away from the train station. Miss Dandelion said she upgraded the Diner Gates function so she can use the beacon's comm systems to contact the Elmo at any time. Got it. Thanks, Mayling. I'll be counting on you to get us there and land us. Thank you for the water. Kinda need it. Now it's the flashlight. This thing's the flashlight now, I guess. I end the transmission and turn to look at the data gate that's engaged in amusing itself. I suddenly realize this isn't any kind of upgrade at all. I mean, you're basically just making use of your permissions to access the URNC beacons channel, right? If it really bothers you, then using public property for private purposes, I can always get RKN to send you the bill for long distance broadband network signal. Sounds like the Diner Gate before me would make a killing if I sold it to the underground brokers. Think I could cover the bill? Even if you sell me off, you'll never get rid of me. Damn. Let's talk about something else instead. Sir, such as, for instance, how much do you know about Helena? While the information we collected beforehand already suggested, I suspected that she's not a fully immune individual. The only thing we can be certain of is that she's related to Paradeus in some way. Surely there's no way you're entirely ignorant of that, right? Am I really that all-seeing and all-powerful in your eyes? Unfortunately, I'm not as idle as you, Commander. I don't have the time to investigate this matter. While you were slacking off for 10 years, I was working on the development and maintenance of the URNC's fully automated internal planning and management system. How's that? Impressive, huh? So tell me, oh, endlessly busy Madame Dandelion, who is involved in great endeavors, where do you find the time to come down here and cosplay at Diner Gate? That's because I have a capable junior who is my pride and joy. Don't forget, Ogas is very good at differentiating and evolving. I upgraded Daughter Forks on my virtual cognition image and had them learn and grow until they became autonomous intelligences who could work on my behalf. So you created a few clones of yourself in order to slack off, is that it? Commander, I am in awe of how you can reduce something so complex and grand to a banal triviality. It's just a few short words. You make me blush. Back then, even the URNCs, we keep flirting with her. It's a fucking dog. Back then, even the URNC's top brass had to queue for a whole week just to meet me. Goodness, there might not be anyone in all the URNC who could do this instead of me. Huh, is that so? Want to know how I did it? Kinda clueless about technical stuff. I bet Persica would love to talk shop with you though. What a shame. Let's discuss something else then. I want to see Persica again. I miss sloppy gilf lady. In short, while I lost certain authorization permission, I don't need to remain stuck in the central hub system anymore. And while I don't know that much about Helena, this device over here is most interesting. It's an automated defense system. Yep. It's made with extremely high-grade parts, and its makeup is also very interesting. The internal barrier design is very unique to the point where I want to try and crack it to see what's inside. What happens if you get in? I'll be able to control the defense system like I do the Diner Gate, of course. So after cosplaying Diner Gates, Dandelion is going to cosplay a box next. While the notion comes to mind, I decide not to speak out loud, lest I can get scolded. This defense system is very powerful. It could help me out a lot if you could control it. The guy gate's eye, like main camera, whirls and narrows as though it's gotten some kind of wicked idea. I'll hold off for the moment then. We can't have you getting into the habit of relying on others and become lazy, Commander. Thank you. Once again, I turn to look at Helena. Coffee's head is down as she's checking her systems. I hit the PTT on my communicator twice to indicate that she should patch into the channel, and Coffee obliges. What's wrong, Commander? Helena's going to be spending a long time out of the contamination zone this time around. Is she alright? I brought some nutrient supplements along. They ought to help keep her body functioning. Also, I modified my remolding pattern. Now I can disperse collapsed particles for Helena to absorb. That way, her body won't degenerate too quickly. Miss Lena also promised us that there would be places in the city along our way that we could treat Helena's condition, so coordinate with us as we move. Good, we need to be prepared. Is Helena just straight up just dying at this point? Like, I knew she was always delicate, but not this delicate. Helena begins gesticulating wildly upon seeing Coffee talk to me. Although I can't make out what she's saying over the roar of the engines, it's immediately obvious that she's trying to tell Coffee that she wants in on the conversation. But is Coffee dead yet? No, she's not. She's being a good girl. Right now, at least. As expected, the moment Coffee puts a headset on Helena's ears, her voice immediately comes over the channel, and it's super fucking loud, I bet. Commander, sky pretty. Not like on the ground. If all the collapsed contamination were cleared away, we'd be able to see things like this on the surface too. I see. So when cleared away? That's a mystery. Surely the greater might of you are in sea. We're finish that task someday. I will go to sleep then. Unhappy. No, mijos. But anyway, thanks for stopping by at least. Have a good night. Enjoy the pizza, Neko Cat. What was it? Neko... What was the name of that character? Neko-chan? Something like that? Making a pizza and all that. That's a topic was too complicated for her, but she decides to just skip it over entirely. It was like going out on a holiday. Take care. No. No. Alright, later, mate. Later, mijos. Do you know what a holiday is? No, I don't. Coffee. Coffee taught me. Knew it. Coffee's gonna teach a lot of bad words eventually. A holiday. It's a wonderful word that's completely unconnected to my current situation. Coffee, you ever been on a holiday? As if dolls could go on holidays. I read about it in the book. However, the commander can take us all on holiday in the future. I mean, I don't think the commander's been on a holiday for the past 10 years. Holiday, holiday, everyone on holiday. Sounds like a song. I think there were some events in GFL 1 where like beach events where you could see the girls in swimsuits and all that. So that's kind of like a holiday. I think there was something like that at some point. If only you had the money for that. Helena seems to be in high spirits today. It's because you're here, Commander. Helena has always enjoyed being around you. It's like you've got a daughter, even though you haven't tied the knot yet. Shut up! Quiet. Dandelion seizes the opportunity to slip into conversation and begins telling them all about my various dorky scandals from Griffin until they doubled over in laughter. I quickly changed the subject, clearly because I'm worried they'll fall off the drone if I'm laughing too hard. Yes, that's it. Dandelion then talks about one of our previous missions. They are so shocked by the tales of dolls, battles, and sacrifices they can't even speak. This time I don't interrupt her. I silently listen as Dandelion narrates the past, and the faces of all my past friends and comrades come to view. The drone is flying serenely through the sky, and the sky is slowly brightening from the pink of dawn. At great length, Dandelion finally finishes telling her story. Coffney's voice sounds a little choked up over the comm channel. I didn't know you went through all that, Commander. It's all in the past. Commander, amazing. Not that amazing. There you go, Commander. You get embarrassed when a girl praises you, even when it's a young one doing it. Sounds really wrong. Wow, do you like them young, Commander? Don't say that! Fuck, you know. Do not... Oh, not necessarily. I believe the Commander's preferences are very comprehensive. Otherwise, he wouldn't be so indecisive on that particular topic. Hey. I reached out to try and grab the dandelion gate. Oh yeah, that actually happened quite a few times. There were quite a few times where like dolls and even some Sangre Ferrari took control of a diner gate and became like a diner gate T-Doll crossover. But she nimbly evades me. I remember Executioner did that once, or was it? No, Destroyer. Destroyer became a diner gate at one point, and Row became a diner gate as well. I think M16 one time did that as well. Can't remember. I was thinking for the water again too. She hovers just barely out of reach of my arms, maximum tension. As I'm still secured in my seat, all I can do is glower impotently at her to indicate my displeasure. Commander, we're almost there. Please remember to put on your mask. The drone is about to descend. Got it. Alright, everyone, settle down and prepare to descend. Mei Ling's voice draws me back to my task, and after hearing her, the others stop messing around too. I put my mask back on and signals to everyone to get ready to land. Coffee checks her safety belt, then helps Helena check hers, while the diner gate attaches itself securely to the defense systems box. The drone slowly sinks into the cloud cover. Although I can't see the surface, I have the feeling that we're not far from our destination. Just as I'm prepared for the descent, Coffney's voice reaches my ears and my terminal indicates it's a private transmission. Commander, if Helena gets cured during this trip to Lviv, she will be coming back with us. Will she be coming back with us? Probably not. Someone will protect her and take her to a safer place. That's so. We'll be a little lonely then. For a moment, I'm at a loss for how to respond. After a brief silence, Coffney continues speaking. But that's definitely a good thing, right? In the story Dandelion told us just now, you saved a lot of people, so it's the same as well this time. We saved her, right? I briefly at a loss for words. There were a lot of people I didn't manage to save. That's what I wanted to say, but even though I open my mouth, I can't bring myself to say those words. I reflexively look at Helena, but she has none of her excitement from before. In fact, she seems to be in a daze. Coffee also notices Helena's unusual behavior and speaks to her in a concerned tone. Helena, you okay? Are you not feeling well? There's a voice. Helena does not answer Coffee's question. I can hear her muttering quietly to herself with the channel. As I'm about to speak to her, the drone suddenly starts shaking violently, and I immediately realize it's caused by the shaking of the box beside me. What's going on? Commander, the defense system is changing form. The dino gate breaks free of its attachment and flies into the midair to avoid being hit by the box's shaking. There's a voice that sounds the same as me. It sounds familiar. It's like before, but this time it doesn't hurt. Something happened to Helena. Looks like she can hear something that we can't. Helena, what's with you? Coffee looks worriedly at Helena, but Helena ignores her, instead gazing into the depths of the clouds. Over there. The box instantly transformed into 3 spears, and I hurry to grab the dino gate as the shockwave of the transformation tosses it aside. The spears fly over to Helena, slice her free of her safety belts, and carry her into the air. Kathleen tries to grab her, but Helena nimbly avoids her. After glancing coldly at Kaufney, Helena flies free of the drone, ensconced within the embrace of her spears, and swiftly disappears into the clouds. The disruption from the spears makes the drone shake violently, and I hold on tight to the handrails to try and keep my balance. Commander, what happened? The drone suddenly lost flight. The drone suddenly lost flight capability. Helena, she flew away. Flew away? The unbalanced drone goes through a flat spin and plummets towards the ground. We're gonna lose another drone. God damn it. I glance at the propeller next to me and see that it's constantly shifting in its pitch orientation. Clearly, Mei-Ling is doing her best to keep the drone aloft. All I can do now is let Mei-Ling handle things. I hold onto the handrail for dear life, and the blood surging into my brain makes me feel like I'm going to puke my guts out. Commander, hold on tight. Don't fall off. Out of the corner of my narrowed eyes, I see Kaufney clinging for dear life to the handrails. The wind is blowing so hard I can barely open my eyes. I channel all my strength into sticking to the dino gate to the drone, so I can free up a hand to cling even tighter to the handrail. Pull up, pull up! Mei-Ling yells over the comm channel. I never heard her yell that loud before. Perhaps her angry yell had an effect because the drone manages to adjust its propeller pitch and the drone slowly stops the spinning. As we regain lift, the drone climbs hard, forcing me to change position so I don't feel so uncomfortable. At long last, the drone's flight path levels out and my blood begins flowing normally again. I take a big gulp of air as I try to recover from my stress state. Everything happened far too suddenly, and we're all confused. However, I know our current priority is getting Helena back. Well done, Mei-Ling. Commander, are you alright? I'll take more killing yet. Coffee, can you track Helena's location? Just in case I had Coffee put a tracker on Helena, who would have expected that it would come in handy even before we touched down. Hang on. Hold on. Let me readjust myself. Hold on, I can track her. Send Mei-Ling the coordinates. Mei-Ling, take us there. Okay. Mei-Ling, can you see the coordinates? Last position is constantly changing. I need to keep refreshing the location data. Got it. Leave it to me. The drone immediately changes course and begins flying in their direction. My brain kicks into high gear. What? Was our information leaked? Are we going to get ambushed again? But this time, it was Helena herself who did it. Or does the problem lie with Helena? She can hear something that we can't. Perhaps Helena has something in common with those Nyotos we've seen before. The Gynagate that I tested the drone looks my way. The tone isn't as teasing as before, which is a sign of Dandelion's reliability. Reliable, sir. I thought so too. When we first received her, the word Helena 043 were written inside her box's logs. Can you help me get information regarding that? I'm on it, but I don't have much processing power bandwidth, so it'll take time. Alright, I'll leave it to you. Mei-Ling skillful piloting and the drone's high speed flight quickly brings us to the cloud, out of the cloud cover. Looking down, we can see the glow from Helena's spears in the distance. There are flashes coming from the ground where Helena is firing. I squint and see an intense firefight taking place against a not too large monster. Not too large. Not too large monster. That's a weird way to put it, but okay. Is that a Bujum? Middling, hit for the boot jump. Descend as you go. Once you reach 100 meters AGL, begin orbiting the boot jump so we can observe the situation. Will do, Commander. The drone rapidly descends, and after going lower, I get a clearer picture of the situation on the ground. The not too large boot jump. Why do you keep using that term? I'm guessing it's a large boot jump, but it's on the smaller, and that's what they mean. Has just flipped over a vehicle belonging to a squad of armed troops, and the forces around it are blasting it with weapons of various calibers. The boot jump is heavily wounded from the attack, but it does not move from its place, as though it's protecting something. It's located in what seems like a small town, but the town seems to have been abandoned for a long time. And the ravages of war have only made it even more rundown. The point of the light representing Helena is flying over the boot jump. We try to follow it, but some of the armed troopers firing on the boot jump actually turn and shoot at the drone instead. Bullets whiz past my ear, and with no recourse available to me, I have asked Malin to pull up. What the heck is with these people? We'll land first. Malin, circle around to where they can't hit us and set us down. I'm on it, now searching for a landing site. Damn. So much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we're probably not gonna finish tonight. I'm thinking maybe we do like 2 more and then we call it, because like, damn, these are long. Which I guess kind of makes sense, because like it's more of a classical style of gacha game. It's not open world and all that. It's pretty much done all through cutscenes and, you know, graphic novel style storytelling. Damn. Okay. I just didn't think it'd be this long. The point of light containing Helena is now extremely close to Buja, but we are forced to land further away due to gunfire from the ground. Malin picks a fairly high cloud of dirt as her landing spot. Before she can finally touch down, I've already ripped my safety belt off and jumped down from the drone. Coffee and the Denegate follow me. The troopers who saw the drone land begin to circle us, and I am forced to draw my side out to engage them. Damn it, this is not what I was expecting. Things don't look good, Commander. Don't worry, compared to the Commander's previous encounters, this wouldn't even rate number 5 on the things don't look good scale. Plus, we haven't even gone to the snafu, tarfu, and foobar categories yet. God damn it. I like that. What a shocker. Is that true? That's enough smug out of you. How are the surroundings? To be fair, we had a lot more dolls. And possibly dummy dolls as well. We've got about 20 hostiles approaching. Let's see if your skills have dulled over the past 10 years. 20 of them. I'll manage. Can you do anything besides scouting and scanning? Well, as you can see, I'm currently just a feeble diner gate. The only thing that separates me from other diners gates is the fact that I can fly. Naturally, I've already sent a distress signal to the dolls who can help us, but then you would have had to wait half a day for them to arrive now. Well, that's a great help you are. Half a day means they'll be just in time to find my cooling corpse. Even if the drone went back right away to pick up Rosa and the others, they take at least 2 hours to arrive. Looks like I can only rely on myself right now. I mean, Coffee can fight too. I mean, she's not a combat dedicated doll, but she can still help. Look at my handgun, regret not bringing something with a longer range, but there's no point thinking about that now. Since the army doesn't know about our situation, our only chance is to hammer them hard and throw them back with speed and violence of action. Coffee, get ready for battle. Dandelion, keep up. Alright, so we're just gonna fight, just the 2 of us. To be fair, oh my god, you're not gonna fight these things with just a handgun, a couple of handguns. I mean, whatever. I never thought of the Commander as like a great fighter though. Like he's definitely a good, you know, a really good tactician and leader, but he's not really known for his like fighting capabilities. But you know, whatever. Why did you go down there to trigger that? Nice. Nice. Okay, 2 more. But I mean, I always assumed he had like some basic combat skills, but not really. They're not supposed to be a strong suit. Okay, I was like, just kill it. Just one. Alright, break's over. Back in. Enemy's been beaten back, Commander. What should we do now? Follow me. Keep advancing. This doesn't make sense. I don't think the commander by himself and Coffany could take out like a whole half platoon of soldiers. So there's about 20 of them, right? So it's about half a platoon. I don't think he could do it by himself. Like, he's not supposed to be a great, like a super great fighter. Maybe if he had a rifle, then maybe, but eh. As I look in Helena's direction, I see a distant point of light flashing in all directions. Helena's automatic defense systems are firing wildly at those armed units. The Bojum isn't far from Helena, but it doesn't look like it intends to attack her. Her defense systems are laying down suppressive fire on her attackers. The Bojum takes advantage of this and rampages wildly, knocking over multiple vehicles armed with heavy weapons. While I picked up a rifle from the enemy along the way, it's little more than a drop in the bucket considering the situation we're facing. I have no idea what might happen next, and I don't have enough resources on hand. All I can do is stick and cover, approach Helena's location, gathering as much intel as I can to try and formulate a solution. As I see the dino gate orbiting over my head, I suddenly think of something. Dandelion, you just said you could break through the barriers of the defense system, right? If you can bring me within 50 meters of them, I can force a connection to the systems. How confident are you doing that? Well, the Dino gate has some limited processing power. Considering I don't have to do it all remotely, I guess it's about a 50% chance of success. That's enough. Miller, can you observe Helena's surroundings from the drone? Sure thing. I can see everything. Helena's still engaging those armed troops on the ground. She's slowly taking them out. Find me a path that's free of enemies. We need to get as close to Helena as possible. Okay, right away. Route soon appeared on my terminal. I pick up another rifle from the ground and toss it to Coffany. Use this for now. It's handier than a pistol. It's not handier, but it's more powerful. Just holds the enemy down with suppressive fire afterwards. We need to buy Dandelion time. Okay. Well, this is what you're like when you're fighting in person, Commander? Got any better ideas? Now's the time to bring them up. No, I don't. Now follow me. Dandelion will need scans of the surroundings for enemies. Mark any hostiles that approach us. Feels just like old times. Imagine Dandelion was a late addition. Old times. Apparently she never had a voice actor. Where is clear voice or Olga's dialogue, blah blah blah. Bad here seems to go with others around at the time. Sounds so I am, my god, there's so much. Passion is needs to incorporate good. So fucking weird. Appeared on the camera during the Valentine's Day banquet, the White Owl Notebook Adventure. It is confirmed by the completion reward for costumes collection. So what is she exactly? God, okay. Yeah, she was born from the neural cloud of M4A1. With the Olga's consciousness. My god, there's so much lore. GFL is really complicated. Plus, it clears the path with melee direction and Dandelion's highlighting enemies' positions. We quickly eliminate the scattered troopers that we encounter. I guess if we do it meticulously, they're kind of distracted and mailing highlights people for us to take out. I guess that does help. Passing through an open area, Coffee and I jump into a pit that's deep enough to provide us with cover. This place isn't far from Helena. Bujo's deafening roar reminds us of how close we are to danger. We're still. Greenest clouds are closing in from the distance. Commander, there's an incoming collapse storm. You need to hurry. Dandelion, we're moving in to hack the defense system. Can you control them and bring Helena down? Won't be hard once I gain control. Privileges once more. Alright, bring Helena down on top of that building. There afterwards. Point to a nearby abandoned building. It's within 50 meters of Helena. Cover me from here. I'll go there to get Helena. No, Commander, let me go. As I'm about to jump out of the pit, Coffee grabs me by the sleeve and pulls me back in. Bujo's too close. It's too dangerous for you, Commander. Besides, protecting Helena is my duty. Commander, you should just stay here and give commands. Just one doll. It's not like commanding you is going to be difficult. Check my ammo. I have 2 magazines left, including the one I picked up on the way here. Should focus our firepower. Come on, let's go. Okay. You're brave. I like that. God damn it, Dandelion. Just keep up. This next fight. Okay, feels like it. Alright. I think this is the second one I said, like, we might stop at. Okay, we'll see how, like, I imagine this will be a cutscene after this. Though it is speeding up a little bit because we have story. Because, like, we're in, like, a battle zone, you know, we do fight. There's not much to tell. You could have gone upstairs, that would have been better. I could at least get out. Oh, we're focused on the evacuation. Kill that one. If you kill all the units, you should not have to evacuate. Like, it should just end right there. Like, you killed everything. Clearly nothing's gonna stop you from evacuating at that point. Oh, that's gonna be annoying. Yeah, that wasn't that bad. Okay, sure. It's gonna leave everyone behind. Do I lose? No, I got everything. Okay, nice. Fortunately, there aren't many armed troops in this area, and we can pass through practically unhindered. Soon we're inside the building. It's only 2 stories high, and half of it has already collapsed. I pick open the rotten wooden door on the top floor, and we arrive on the roof. We aren't too high up, but it's enough for us to see Helena's side of the battlefield. Dandelion, I'm counting on you. Roger, roger. That's a Star Wars reference. The data gate has been accompanying us turns to fly towards Helena. Bujo is right beside her. Perhaps is afraid of her defense system, but it's been keeping outside of their light. Helena remains motionless in midair, as though she's lost consciousness. The data gate rapidly approaches Helena, and as they sense the approach, as they sense the approach of an interloper, the autonomous defense flares with light and begins firing deadly beams at the dino gate. However, Dandelion's hacking is severely disrupting the enemy system as she approaches, and the dino gate easily avoids the fired beams. Spears began to waver and they stop shooting. The dino gate boldly flies up to Helena and begins to examine her. Yep, it's in attack mode. This girl, I will save you. Who's she talking to? She's trying to protect the Bujo? The orbs shake harder and harder. Their firewalls are unable to resist Dandelion's hacking, and in the space of a few seconds, Dandelion has assumed the direct control over the defense system. You have friends that you can't abandon either. I can't leave them behind. In any case, just come back to us first. Dandelion controls the oars and brings them and Helena back to the building where we are. Coffee can't help but explain in approval. Assuming direct control. I can't believe she took care of it in an instant. Oh, it's Dandelion after all. Yeah, I'm gonna read up on Dandelion after this. It's like a whole page of information. Looks like you owe me again, Commander. I don't want to think about what she wants. Helena isn't far from us now. Coffee is in an observation point, preparing to retrieve her. However, Helena is still looking at the Bujum. Then she gives voice to a heart-rending wail, to the point where even I can hear what she's saying. No. Can't leave those kids being. What the fuck is she talking about? Oh, I missed that. Things that don't sound at all like what she would say. They hit me like an invisible shockwave, even making me feel a little dizzy. In the distance, the Bujum seems to hear Helena's cry and immediately abandons the battle with the armed troops rushing towards us at incredible speeds. What? Hurry, faster. Make the systems attack the Bujum. Zanagate leads Helena towards us, flying faster than her. Coffee throws her rifle aside and spreads her arms in a defensive posture, ready to physically cushion the impact of Helena's fall with her body. However, the Bujum makes a blood-curdling scream and speeds up again as it charges right for us. Oh no, we're not gonna make it in time. As she sees the Bujum is about to crash into the building, Coffee throws me out of the building with all her might. In that moment of weightlessness, the Bujum's massive body crashes into the building and swallows up Coffee and Helena's forms. I hit the ground hard, and with the last of my stamina, I see the Bujum winding between the buildings and heading into the distance. Commander, are you alright? Commander, can you hear me? Snake! Snake! I hear Malin's frantically hailing me through my earpiece, but I'm out of strength to answer, and my thinking grinds to a halt. Snake! Alright, so how far did that actually go? I feel like we did 2 chapters back to back really quickly right there. And I think we did actually, yeah. 4 more chapters. You know, we haven't really seen that much of Diane and the rest. It's been mostly everyone else. Okay, actually, yeah. I was gonna say, like, we're not even halfway done. Like, no. Because, like, that... The points count... are counting these ones as well. So, like, that's different. Story-wise, there's only 4 more missions. Let's go till 8 o'clock at the very least. We can go till then. I imagine we can get through a decent number before that. These are all battles, too. None of them are exclusively cutscenes. Bum, bum. Snake. I really need to play the Metal Gear Solid series. I know I keep saying it. Requesting backup. These dolls are ripping our dicks off. Been attacked by unknown dolls. Is there anyone else around? The last units that managed to fall back. Hasn't backup arrived yet? HQ sent the mishaps over, but there's no telling when they'll get here. Mishaps? God damn, they might as well just kill us on the spot. So are these people, not robots? I would assume these were robots, but they're talking as if they're like guys in power armor. Apparently they're not very good, because, you know, fucking college-age women dolls. I mean, they're not actually college women. They're young women with guns are kicking their asses. Of course, like, again, a standard T-doll is worth, like, probably like 50 armed guys. I mean, any reinforcements to provide. Pay attention to changes in the battlefield situation. God, that Type 97 looks rough. Low res and everything. Bring it on. If they come, I got the bullets for them. I want to see her punch them. What are you doing? Why are we zooming in on her thigh like that? That was weird. Okay, let him at it. So what was the mission objective? Coming. I don't know, maybe sometime later this year we'll try to go through the Metal Gear Solid series. Holy shit! God damn, need more vodka. Oh yeah, speaking of vodka and Stalker, I tried a tip I heard of to try to fix the problem with that bug. Apparently it is a pretty common bug regarding that mission, but I tried what they recommended, it didn't work. So I'm going to wait until the next major update. Hopefully the devs are aware of it and are gonna fix it. If not, I might I don't think it has anything to do with the my save file itself being corrupt or anything like that. It's a common bug apparently, which sucks because it's a game ending bug, and you encounter it on the quest line itself, so it's kind of unavoidable. If you get it, it's gonna suck. So I'm gonna wait till the next major update. Hopefully it'll fix it, but what I'm basically saying is that for now that's the moment, unfortunately. But for now, I'm just saying that the Stalker 2 playthrough is on hold, unfortunately. Hopefully it'll be fixed within. We're kind of due for another major update by the end of the month, so hopefully by then we'll see something, but we'll see. If it doesn't work, I think the only other option I have is to like wait. That is a game-breaking bug. They are gonna fix it. They kind of have to, because it's very, very easy to encounter. It's on the main quest line, and it completely ruins your ability to continue the main quest line. So they have to be aware of it. So they're gonna fix it. So either that, or I'm gonna have to get like a debugging mod to help with that. They're all gone. These guys are really strong. Not really. Everyone, are you alright? Damage is minimal. It shouldn't be a problem. Fortunately, they didn't have too many people. It would have been troublesome if they came in the same numbers as the Vargers. I mean, they're definitely better than Vargers, but whatever. They're like, Vargers are like Raiders, and these guys are more like Brotherhood of Steel. Raiders have numbers, Brothers have tactics and better equipment. Company said something about fighting them before this, so maybe that's why they only have this many people left. It's certainly possible. These people are much better fighters than the Villagers, and they got very good gear. So how did we beat them with just pistols? Just a pistol. Jolu scrutinizes their equipment, trying to find some hints as to their identities. They don't have any identifying marks on them beyond the Manji security logo on their armor. Weapons are all new. They got a full set of accessories. Their armors are equipped with air filters. You can tell right away that they're designed for use in contamination zones. But they were speaking just now, so are those dead people in that armor? Just to confirm, Diane takes the helmet off of one of the troopers who was killed. He's been shot in the head. The inside of his helmet is covered with blood and gore. Though it's a grisly sight, there's no doubt that he was alive until recently. They're probably standard PMC fighters. But normal PMCs wouldn't go up against a commander, right? Speaking of which, why were they trying to capture Helena? I'm not sure either. They just shot at us out of nowhere. Perhaps they're working with the previous faction that was trying to kidnap Helena? Yeah, that was pretty gruesome, the way to describe that. Wait, there were people trying to kidnap Helena before this? Going into detail might take a while. In any case, the commander's got the assignment to escort Helena from a person named Kalina. She should know who Kalina is. And people have been trying to kidnap Helena all this while. Miss Kalina, you say? Diana and Zhang Yu look surprised. Is Colin involved in this too? If it's an assignment from Miss Kalina and she gave it to the commander to carry out, then it must be very important. Miss Coffney, why don't we head to that location ASAP? Yes, it's over here. Coffee tracks the signal on her terminal, and the signal begins moving. She passes a cargo elevator nearby. The elevator isn't very big, and the only half-weight fences for cover, and the elevator shaft vanishes into the darkness below. Dolls get over onto the elevator, which groans with a thunderous bass roar as it slowly descends with them, because they're all very overweight. I mean, I imagine your average doll probably weighs about as much as 2B, like 300 pounds, despite the fact they look like, 120 at most. Big Sis, doesn't this remind you of that one mission we went on back in Griffin? Yeah, if I'm not wrong, we were at a submarine base. If I paid more attention, I might know what they're talking about. We're fighting on the base perimeter back then, but this time we got to go on the elevator ride. You seem happy. Just trying to lighten the mood, okay? Coffee looks into the depth of the pitch black tunnel without saying a word. She understands that everyone here is feeling uneasy. However, the blinking icon on her communicator tells her that Helena is somewhere below her, and thus she must keep going. After realizing her attempt at cheering everyone up has failed, Zhang Yu doesn't say anything else. The dolls begin watching the surroundings in case they're ambushed. However, nothing happens. As the elevator descends, a strange smell fills the air. Freakish-looking vegetation made of meat grows rampant on the quarters on either side of. Is this getting like Lovecraftian? On the left, exposed cabling merged with the plants and snakes everywhere. Perhaps she's just imagining things, but as they continue downward, the surrounding temperature seems to get lower. The class particle intensity in this place is rising. Yes, I can feel it. The company's terminal screen is coated in frost. She tries to wipe it off and sees that the height of the target coordinates are slowly matching up with her own position. Suddenly, the lift arrives at the bottom level with a dunk, and the huge gates before it slowly grind open. It looks pretty sick, actually. It's an interesting background. Is this a warehouse? Looks like a pretty messed up warehouse to me. Ugh. Countless square glass tanks that are half the height of a person are piled up messily against the wall of the room. The ones on the left contain some unidentifiable plants, while the ones on the right hold various twisted bodies. Tanks are engraved with what appears to be some kind of spell incantation on them, and the walls are covered in indescribable designs. The dolls immediately recognize one of them. Paradeus. The symbol is one that no Griffin doll could ever forget. Coffney can't help but cover her mouth as she sees what's happening around her. And so Hal frowns with her place off to the side. Were the missing people that the police officers was talking about all taken here? When is it turned into SCP? I mean, I guess in a way it kind of always was, but it's kind of cool. I do enjoy it. Yeah, it's kind of like we're in SCP-5K right now, right? A single transfer station wouldn't have that much capacity. They must have been brought down here from various locations. This is all underneath a train station, like a public train station, by the way. So literally quite underneath the nose of the government. Like, I can't believe there's so many. Is this Paradeus? Oh no, Coffney made her serious face. Coffney finally realizes why the commander was acting so strange just now, and she tightens her grip on her weapon. Disgust churns in the depths of her neural cloud. Colossal particles are emitted from plants, but why were they placed with these corpses? Perhaps they were trying to pickle? So that's one way to put it. Jongi immediately climbs up the moment she realizes her faux pas, but the other dolls understand what she means. All the dolls are eager to get out of this room that's lined with glass tanks, but it feels like an endless corridor. Man, again, the art down here is great. This is like, again, SCP, Fallout, and getting like all the good vibes. Stalker. It takes a long time before they manage to stride to the end of the room. Hey, is that a light up ahead? The only thing at the end of the room is a rock-eaten door. Faint light leaks through from the gap below it. Meanwhile, unsettling whispers can be heard through the door, which spooks the dolls even more. I can hear something. Let's be careful while moving in. The dolls crouch low. They gently push open the door at the end of the room. Yen, so good. At least in open space, the char of candles blends with the stink of gore and hits them with square in the face. The whispering becomes clear. Like, this is kind of like SCP-616, I think it was on. The flesh that hates becomes clearer. It's as it repeats over and over again. The dolls can make out what it says. May deformity be exchanged for purity. If you must pass wisdom onto the sinful world, then may my form be the medium. Wisdom is like unto a curse. If this world does not deserve a blessing, then may my form atone for it. For the flesh is but a shell. Its blessing is to be shared with all things. May my form be how they are joined. A sonorous liturgy comes from the distance. Several dozen unitails in long rows recite verses over and over again from where they're standing around a deep, steep pit. Sorry, I have to be filling my cup. Meanwhile, the girl standing in the middle leads in their prayer. Her voice is the loudest and brightest of them all. Oh, is this a chick again? This is the final offering. The dolls duck into the shadows, looking into the pit where the monster breathes his last. Inside the pit, where a monster. Is that a Boojum? That's the one who attacked us just now. Helena's signal was down there because it ate her. Was Helena swaddled up in the Boojum? I was joking, basically. Yeah, this is basically SCP. Got weird coats, flesh all over the walls, giant monsters. The head priestess is kind of a baddie. Called up by the Bajum. A look of shock appears on Coffey's face, and she immediately tries to run out of the shadows towards the pit. Coffey, stop! Daijun and Junggi frantically grab her and drag her back. Yeah, like, this is what a Coffee... Like, Coffee might have improved a little bit since last time, but she still has a tendency to run ahead without, like, alerting or giving anyone a heads up. Let go of me, I need to save her. Lana's right there, let me save her. Please calm down, Miss Coffee. There's a big monster out there. Are you planning to jump down and commit suicide? I said the S word again. But I... Yeah, you have a death wish, Coffee. You always tend to run into, like, sudden death. Don't worry, I'm sure there'll be a way to do it. Let's observe the situation more carefully. The girl slams her staff on the ground, and the loud noise it makes draws everyone's attention. Yeah, it's that same trick. Or something similar. May deformity be exchanged for purity. If you must pass wisdom on the sinful world, then may my form be the medium. Cries of fear come from among the unitates, but their bodies continue marching up to the pit. Their trembling is visible, even though their robes are terror. Even through their robes, as terror echoes among the congregation. Wisdom is like unto a curse. What does it make form of it? Unitates hold daggers and trembling hands and point them towards their own throats. Some people try to struggle against this, but their bodies do not heed their commands, as though they were not in control of their actions. The flashes myself, I join. The daggers plunge in forcibly just as units fall into the pit. Along with their blood, the dull thud of their bodies hitting the ground rouses the monster at the base of the pit. Damn! This is dark. The twisted monster rises at the base of the pit. Covered in wounds, it looks like it's barely hanging on to life as it strains to drag itself over to the fallen bodies. Upon touching the Bujin, the corpses meld into his body. The three oars begin circling around the monster as though they're protecting something. A massive plant coils around the Bujin's tail, binding it to the base of the pit. The Bujin emits a shrill cry from time to time, sounding like a howl of pain and a roar of anger at the same time. So this Bujin wasn't formed naturally. Paradeus is feeding their followers to Bujins? That's disgusting. The group shifts their attention from the Bujin to the girl by the pit. She seems to be smiling happily, like she's at an amusement park. Where you have Paradeus, there's bound to be Nyotos. This one ought to be a Niter. I don't know what these words mean. Niter. Yeah, we fought Paradeus before this, and this one looks like just like Niter we met earlier. Is she a mutant Nyoto or something? We ought to have a really hard time beating Nyoto with our present weaponry. According to her previous experience, Niter isn't a particularly strong fighter. She's more like a doll? Coffee lowers her head, then raises her weapon like she's made up her mind before addressing everyone. The Bujin hasn't fully recovered yet. This is the best chance for us. If we kill Niter, nobody will stop us from saving Helena. Oh great. Coffee fires the Niter before anyone can stop her. But the bullet does no harm to Niter. It's as though it had vanished into thin air. Nyla whirls around the raid, slamming her staff into the ground. A loud echo fills the air, followed by the angry shout from her. The time of blessing has not yet arrived. You shall not profane the sanctuary with your insolence. Everyone, get ready for battle. Be careful as you face the enemy. Alright. Break time. So what are we actually fighting? Okay, cultists. Sure. Yeah, this should be fine. Easy. Oh, she is over there. She's in the bottom corner. Alright, good job, guys. And thank you for the water, Gunter. Yeah, I need to read through all this stuff and try to figure out, catch up. Yeah, there's a lot of terms and stuff that, like, if you don't know from the original game, you're gonna have a hard time. I know there's like a lore summary I can watch, or I'm gonna listen to it. I probably should get around to that. I have a lot of stuff. I mean, I guess I'll never run out of like stuff to go through. That's a good thing. Where is Macchiato and why is he not taking shots? Oh, there she goes. Never mind. The ringing in my ears interferes with my perceptions, and I don't know how long has passed until I finally regain some sensation in my body. Fortunately, the aches and pain coursing through my body is a reminder that I am still alive. Still alive? I sense that the weight of my body weight on my body, loosening. Somebody is moving the stones on top of me away, one by one. Oh, hey, Helena. This is all your fault. thanks for that. Where my eyes goes from neon-esque blur to clarity, and a petite form slowly comes into view. Lena? The person before me is Helena. She does not answer and only stands aside, watching me fearfully. Her eyes look about the same, like they're back to normal. I look at her dust-cupped hands and realize just who moves those stones aside. I cough and spit up dust and dirt in my mouth. Then I take stock of my body. I can't quite seem to exert any strength in my left arm. Looks like it's been dislocated. We can fix that. Prop myself over my right arm, then look around. Commander, are you awake? Dandelion's voice enters my ear. Her cheerful tone pulls me back to reality for my days. Considering that she's talking like this, I'm probably not going to be dying anytime soon. I grip my teeth against the pain and slip my dislocated left arm into position, then test my legs. Fortunately, there doesn't seem to be any life-threatening injuries, although they ache. The Dynagate floats around me as it scans my body, and then it hovers in front of me again. Looks like you've been taking care of your body over the past 10 years. The worst injury you got from being flung out the window was a dislocated arm. Vital signs are all within normal ranges and won't interfere with the upcoming operations. I'm just glad to be alive. Look around. My surroundings are a mess, and the rickety building that the Belgium hit has completely collapsed. The surrounding area is littered with the corpses of armed personnel who were killed in the firefight just now. I reflexively reach for my gun, but the cool sensation I expect is not there. The Dynagate's eyes seem to shine as it sees my hand reaching for my gun. Relax, I checked your surroundings while you were out. As you can see, there isn't a single soul around here, so you don't have to worry about being attacked again. However, the Dynagate flies a little higher and looks into the distance. As I follow Dandelion's gaze, I see a big patch of dark greenish clouds not far away from us. Damn it, it's a cloud storm that's close already. Fortunately, I found you quickly enough, otherwise you'd be enjoying another full immersion in the cloud storm. Just as I was wondering how to dig you out of there, this little girl showed up. The Dynagate glances at Helena, who's still looking at us with a frightened look on her face. Well, I have a ton of questions I want to ask her. I would be best to get out of here first. There isn't much time left. I need to decide what to do right away. I carefully recall everything that happened just now. Dandelion looks over Helena's defense system, but just as we were about to grab Helena, the Belgium suddenly changes course and slams into the building we were in. Whoa. Coffee threw me out the window and said, "Oh wait, never mind. He's recalling. I thought the diner gate suddenly started flying off and being weird." Dandelion, where's Coffee? I saw her being coiled up by the Belgium along with Helena. She isn't responding to my hails, but I can try to track her location. Coordinates indicate that she's some distance from us, and she hasn't moved in a long time. Damn it, we have to find her. I knew you'd say that, Commander. However, shouldn't we be focusing on how to survive right now? Can you contact the Elmo? The cloud storm is almost here. What do you think? Last time we had signal, I told Mailing to bring the drone back. Hopefully, it'll save some time when comms are restored. So I'm sure picked a great time to come by. I would suggest we find a place to take cover. Otherwise, we'll be sporting a new crystalline look in a few minutes. Are there any suitable locations nearby? There are some non-sealed buildings. Probably won't provide much in the way of actual protection, but having something is better than nothing. Fortunately, Helena is quasi-fully immune, and this isn't your first time being exposed to highly contaminated environment, so you should be fine. Will it really be okay? A look of hesitation briefly crosses Helena's face, but in the end she works up her courage and walks up to me and the diner gate. Okay, now she looks back to normal. This way. What's wrong, Helena? Go this way. After pointing the way she wants me to go, Helena runs off into the distance. After a while, she stops to look back at us, then keeps moving ahead. Is Helena headed for safety? How does she know which places are safe? You can't ask that question when you've reached safety. You can ask that question when you've reached safety. I force myself to my feet. Looking back, the ruins under the thick dark cloud look like massive grass graveyard. There's no time for me to spend on contemplation. I begin moving in the direction where Helena went and get out of here. Oh, it's already 8 o'clock. I might have to call it there, because it is a work night, unfortunately. How far did we get? I think we like 3 left. 2 left. They're pretty fucking long is the problem. Like, some of them went by really quickly. Others were like these two like went by super fast. Some of them can take like literal like half an hour each. Some of them. We're so close to the end though. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, so how many of these did I get? Ooh. Buy a decent amount. Not bad. Damn it. I'm thinking. I'm not sure. Like I think I should stop. At the same time, I'm not sure. I think we could keep going. That's what I'm gonna. 110. Hold on. Let me just like spend my stuff for a quick hot minute. Hmm. There. It's not a level. We're very close to I'm very close to level 55 though. That's good. The thing is, like, I want to get this done before. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. It says I'm only 47% complete with the story, but that's not right. I guess it counts this as part of the story, even though these don't actually contribute to the actual story itself. No, let's keep going. We can do it. We can do it. Just two more. Just two more. We can do it. Like, I'm fine if we go. I can stay up until like 9. That's fine. Over here. Lena stops in front of a high point on the edge of the ruins. There's a disguised entrance visible near a half-buried slope. The initial inspection of the entrance field has been well camouflaged by vegetation and rubble, but looking closer inside shows clear signs of man-made architecture. Is the entrance to an underground broker's base? The inside of the tunnel is much larger than expected. It's big enough for 2 trucks to drive through it side by side. I assume we just found the tunnel that we went through. Glass storm outside carries wave after wave of dirt with it. There was no more traces worth investigating on the surface now. Looks like you know this stuff really well, Commander. Could you explain? There are traders who do business in contamination zones. Naturally, the URNC views them as smugglers. Well, these smugglers are bold to have hidden such a big entrance here. Well, they're brave enough to transport anything from small animals to heavy arms. Did you really not know that? Not at all. I feel like she's lying. Making fun of me. Seriously? In theory, Dandelion should probably not know about these people and things that are only found within the contamination zone. But for some reason, I have the feeling she's already familiar with these things. Yeah, I think she's just lying and making fun of us. Lena doesn't pay attention to her discussion. Instead, she goes deeper into the tunnel, and I run out to grab her shoulder. She turns to me, a troubled look in her eye. I walk past in front of her and then shine my torch into the tunnel. It is empty. Okay, we're past it. The shutter to the tunnel is half open. Once again, Helena ignores me and walks in. Although I can't be sure that it's safe in here, I have no choice but to grit my teeth and head inside. The diner gate flies into the hole, and then the shutter, which looks like it has broken, suddenly grinds shut. The interior of the hole lights up and the sound of machinery echoes all around. As I feel the ground below me start to tremble, I realize that I'm standing on the elevator platform. Deadline, give me a scan of our surroundings. We are currently descending underground on the elevator. The diner gate flies in the direction where the platform is headed. I look in the same direction. Watch out for any sudden changes which might come up. She'd come to save Helena too. I don't know where the here to silent Helena looks at me and asks a question without being addressed. Yes, of course we came to save you. So what happened just now? Why'd you fly away all of a sudden? I'm sorry. I'm not trying to blame you or anything. Just wanted to know what happened just now. Everyone was tricked. Everyone died. But Helena came. Helena was saved. Oh my god, no. Wait, you were saved? Yes, in the moment of greatest despair, the call was answered. Lena stares at me like she's trying to commit something to memory. Coffney, Dandelion, and Commander. I'm here. I'm scared. What's scaring you? I'm scared that you'll vanish too. She pauses and speaks again in an almost imperceivable voice. I already have nowhere else to go. I like the way she looks when she has her eyes like that. Frankly speaking, there seems to be something wrong with how Helena is speaking so frankly, but my instincts are telling me not to focus on that. I have a feeling that if I do voice my suspicion, this girl will vanish like a pop soap bubble. Did anyone vanish down there? The people who once stood beside me are gone. The people who helped me in my struggle are gone. Everyone has suffered because Helena exists. However, the people who answered me should not become the new sacrifice. Upon saying this, Helena lowers her head and does not speak further. I go over her words in my head, trying to extract meaning from them. Perhaps all this is related to what just happened here. With that in mind, I began looking around the surroundings. The elevator and wall are covered in the scars of battle, and it's plain to see they are all quite recent. We encountered some unknown armed men in the Bujan from the time the signal went through until we touched down, so something must have happened here recently. Going in, just as I'm thinking, the downer gate flies back at the elevator as the elevator reaches the bottom floor. Commander, I have some good news and bad news. What would you like to hear first? Start with the bad news. The bad news is that the following scenes might end up inducing stomach distress. However, they are also highly informative, so you need to look at them anyway. Then what's the good news? Good news is this Coffney signals is on the move. However, that means her frame is still functioning. Hopefully that means her frame is still functioning, and we won't need to load her neural cloud from a backup. How far away from us is she? Coincidentally enough, Coffney is on the same elevation as us. In other words, she might be in the base. If Coffney's in there, then we'll have to go in. That makes me jealous. Would you come to save me like this if I were in danger? Obviously, right? This answer is very important to me, you know, so don't try to bluff your way through this, Commander. I hope nobody around me will end up in danger. That includes you too, Dandelion. If danger is unavoidable, I will do my best to protect everyone. That's unfair, Commander. You're the one who needs our protection the most after all. And let's do our best for each other. After our conversation ends, the downer gate flies up to Helena. Can you contact your defense systems? We could just wait, right, and walk right in with those balls on our side. Those balls on our side. Lena shakes her head. You're so defensive. How boring. The downer gate flies a circle around Helena, and Helena wearily turns around to face Dandelion throughout her flight. Did you do all this? You sound like something out of... It's like something out of this world. Let's go. What do you mean you can smell her? I guided Helena's hand to my sleeve, but I can't resist giving her a reminder. We'll be going deep into the tunnels after this. Things in there might get really dangerous, so make sure you hold on tight to me and don't run off. When I walk, you walk. When I stop, you stop. When I crouch down, look for cover and hide. If I don't come looking for you, don't come out. Got that? Helena tugs on my sleeve and nods. Helena remembers. It's a fight. Oh, it's this guy. Or it's an elite. It's not really that hard to fight. Servants. Paratheas units. Oh, I was like, who the fuck is this? I keep forgetting, like, wait, that's what Dandelion normally looks like. Commander, why is it that you don't seem the least bit surprised by these enemies? Technically speaking, I shouldn't just be surprised, but mad as hell too. Fortunately, I just fought them. Things inside will make you shocked and angry. Let's just start by getting those nuances out of the way. Alright, get to it. Alright, I think we can complete this within the next, like, I don't know, 20 minutes. I think we'll be fine. That's good. Well, I haven't had dinner either, so. Either way, I'm enjoying the story though. It simultaneously feels like it's too... Not... It's too... It simultaneously feels long and not long enough. I don't think it feels too long. It's just that it feels long because, you know, we've been going for so long, and I kind of want to like stop it at night. But at the same time, I kind of commit to it. I think at this point, I just need to accept that every event's gonna take at least one stream, and then every chapter is gonna take like one stream too, because there's just a lot. I guess some chapters are a little lighter, but we'll see. And there he go. Oh, I forgot that it does that. Like 2 guys left. There's the last one. There you are. Just shoot the guy. You don't even have to use like particularly powerful attacks. There we go. It's done. The enemies are all down. I look around carefully in case something's waiting to ambush me. The Dynagate's eyes flash a few times. Dandelion's voice speaks, not from Dynagate's speakers, but directly into my earpiece. Looks like the final piece of the puzzle has appeared at last. What will you do now, Commander? Well, we come all that way to an old friend's house now. Might as well sit down, make ourselves comfortable, and see if there's anything valuable around the place. Looks like this old friend of yours has fallen on tough times. There's a bunch of raw garbage in the corner, some out-of-place military supplies over there. Looks like they've been reduced to hiring contractors to mine the place. You should be praised for your work, Commander. We'll talk about that once we rip this cult out by the roots. That's strange. How come there's nobody keeping watch? I'm starting to connect the dots here. So, a Boojum appears nearby. The PMCs appointed as security moved out to eliminate it. In the end, not only could they not beat the monster, but they even ran into us and they ended up getting wiped out. Well, it's an idea, but it's missing out on a lot of details. Why did the Boojum show up near a Paradea's stronghold, and why was it that the PMCs had to go out and fight the Boojum in such stronghold, since it was underground? Just doesn't make sense, unless the Boojum was escaping the stronghold and fleeing to the surface. Now that's an interesting guess. In that case, why did Helena seek that Boojum out? Why does she act like she knows this place so well? The Dynagate looks at Helena, but Helena doesn't notice us gazing at her. Instead, she looks nervously further within. This girl has many secrets about her. I'm sure you must have seen a lot of strange things about her as well, right? There's no such thing as too strange when it comes to fully immune individuals. In addition to the readily visible oddities, Helena seems to have a strong relationship with the Boojum. Have you noticed that, Commander? Wouldn't have thought of things that way if you hadn't mentioned it. Suddenly remember the report that Grossa gave me from when we just received Helena. Part of it included the details of Helena appearing and the Boojum vanishing, and there's just so happened to be a collapse storm at the time too. So you're saying that Helena can attract Boojums? Just a guess. This place is just so happens to be a Paradea's base. We might as well find some information that corroborates that theory. You said as much already. Does that mean you're already discovered something? Since you're so curious, then please follow me, Commander. Dynagate floats before my eyes once again, and after extending its limb before me in midair, it wiggles around a bit before flying further in. It looks like it's trying to do a cat stretch to show how smug it is, but unfortunately it just comes out as looking dorky since it's the Dynagate. Check it out myself. It's true that her body's instruments are more reliable in an enclosed environment like this one. I lay a tongue on Helena as she obediently moves forward with me. The terrain here isn't exactly complex. We head down along the staircase, and even every time we think we're at the bottom, we find a similar looking platform, beyond which is another staircase leading down. There's no useful information on the first 3 floors. However, once we pass the platform, the Dynagate suddenly comes to a halt. Commander, you should rest here for a while. I'll go take a look up ahead. Are there enemies? I lower my voice and prepare for trouble. I'm not sure. Not sure. What did you find? Dandelion is silent for a while. Then this uncharacteristic behavior sobers me up completely. It's strange. I can pick up a heat source, but it's very faint. Could it be combat units using some kind of special equipment? No, process to say, doesn't seem like a living person. Huh? Dandelion seems to sense my confusion. She uses the projector on the diner gate she's in to display a visualization of her findings, and I subconsciously hold my breath. The image shows faint, human-shaped heat signatures standing together in an orderly manner inside what looks like 4 large glass specimen tanks. The heat sources do not move, like they are neatly arranged specimens. Are these severely radiated mutants? No, the mutation isn't complete. Normal humans' vital signs are still present. Have to hand it to Paradeus. They're always exceeding my expectations. Commander, wait for me to give you the all clear. Before I can give the order, the Dandelion flies deeper in. I can sense the Dandelion's emotions through the tone of her voice just now. Time passes second by second, minute by minute, as I wait anxiously. Just as my patience is about to run out, the Dandelion returns. How are things? You should probably see for yourself. This is a new one. Dandelion doesn't answer me directly. I follow the Dandelion to the hidden door. If not for Dandelion's thermal sensors, given the dark conditions, I would never have been able to tell that there was a door here. The glaze electronic lock is unpowered. It opens with a light push, and the dim ground lights roughly illuminate the interior of the room. It isn't a big room, and there are 4 glass tanks neatly arranged in the middle. The tanks appear to be full of some kind of fluid, and their contents are unclear at the moment. Dandelion finds a port on the control terminal and skillfully connects the data cable to it. Upon seeing me slowly approach the tanks to see what's inside, he thoughtfully turns on the tank lights. What I see makes me reflexively draw a breath. The contents of the tanks are displayed to all by the ghastly white light. Each tank is roughly a meter or so in height and covered in clumsy prayers. There's some kind of vegetation. Those names I can't tell at the bottom of the tank, while there are humans of different physiques, looks, and age on the upper portion. These humans and plants are suspended in differently colored liquids. The tops and bottoms of each tank has 4 hoses of different colors leading into them, completing a biocirculatory cycle like blood vessels. Although I'm mentally prepared for this, seeing something this creepy still makes me want to throw up. So somewhat worried, I look at Helena, who has followed me in. However, she has placed her hand on the glass as though she's biting the peoples inside a wordless farewell. Bidding, excuse me. I trust this has made you adequately shocked and angered. Danagi's cable connects to the control terminal. The screen is immediately filled with folders opening up their details. Just looking at it makes my head spin. I bet that Alliance making the copies of everything. I think you pretty much guessed it by now. There's a lot of information in the system, which means fully decrypting and analyzing will take quite a while, so it's better if I just dump it all in my database and crunch it at leisure. Still, it's not like I've come away empty-handed. Take a look at the serial number of these files, Commander. What are these numbers? These folders contain basic personnel information. They aren't encrypted, probably because they don't contain any valuable information. So I managed to pick up some traces. Take a look at their surnames. Dossiers for 10 odd people flashed past my eyes. They all had the same surname. Wait, they're family? Maybe they're the same race. That would probably be more appropriate. Only the data for this room is shown here. I did some digging and found out that all the people here had the same surname. Something suddenly comes to mind. The place where the Boo Jones first fought was apparently an abandoned town. There were no residents to be found there, and I thought it was because they had already fled. Could it be that everyone in the village has been captured for experiments? Paradeus, what those motherfuckers done? Yeah! Is that the first time you've actually seen the word fuck? Yeah. I think there were times before where like they almost said fuck, but that's the first time like it actually came out. Nice. One word's mentioned repeatedly in the data. New species. A fusion of flora and fauna. Does that seem familiar? Wait, about that Bujan bee. To be precise, I think they're trying to fuse human bodies with varying characteristics with collapsed radiation-infused plants through varying ratios of this unknown fluid. There's a lot of missing information. My guess is they're conducting experiments and fusing live humans with plants, using different concentrations of bonding fluid to catalyze the reaction. This constitutes constituents of this bonding fluid are unknown. Continents? And so not entirely human, but with varying animals mixed into. This sounds like Not chimeras. What are they called? The enemy from Fallout. Centaurs. Sounds like centaurs. Humans and plants, animals and plants, humans and animals and plants. Looks like the radiated plants are a crucial carrier medium for these experiments, but there's like a plant mixed into it. So maybe like Harold from Fallout 3. There's also a line of special implanted cells. Then make sure you save all of this. Will do. I won't miss a single bite. Lana silently walks away from the tank and bows to them. Commander, can you help them? What? Lana reaches out and points to the glass tank. There's a pained look in her eyes. Dandelion does not answer. Only the blinking red light on the diner gate flashes. From the logs, it seems that the people in those tanks weren't put in there too long ago. Can we save them? They're beyond saving. Their bodies are too deeply fused for that. From the logs, they look like logistics personnel from State Sec. From State Sec? Were they captured by Paradise? I can shut off the power to these tanks. That might put an end to the experiments here. Glances at Helena and nods silently. Let them rest. Thank you. Helena bows to me and Dandelion the same way. At the same time, I hear an unsettling growl from the depths of the base. There's no doubt that the Bujum we just encountered. After hearing the noise, Helena glances us. Then she runs to the base without looking back. Dandelion, follow us when she finishes downloading the data. After telling Dandelion what to do, I proceed to give chase. I can sense something is about to happen. Alright, I think we're about to get to the last chapter, I think. That was a long one. I was hoping it wouldn't be that long, but hopefully the last one will be relatively quick. Bum, bum, bum. Last chapter. What the hell is this? Is that the Bujum? Oh, that's the Bujum. Oh, that looks like a fucking boss. Okay, we're almost done. Sorry for keeping everyone for so long. Then Diana and the others rain fire on Niter and force her back, but Niter ducks behind cover and avoids taking a fatal blow. The appointed time has not yet arrived. Forgive this insult, my lord, and rain judgment down upon these heretics. Niter raises her staff high, emits a deafening, sinister sound, forcing the dolls to cover their ears to protect their hearing. What's that bitch doing? I love Jungyeon. Oh my god. Oh, I want to pull her. Hopefully she'll come out after Klukai. Look out, the Bujum's moving. Bujum seems to have been rejuvenated by the sound. It crawls over the pit and with all its might shrugs off the plants, entangling it. Eventually, the Bujum emerges from the pit, devouring the blood and flesh of the sacrifices, restoring its strength and the wound it just took begin to knit together. The Bujum's body is bigger than before, but the monster thrashes around continuously as though it's unable to control itself. Nita thumps the ground again. The sound makes the Bujum roar again and again, each cry more pain than the last. Atop the Bujum, below the three revolving orbs, a shadow vaguely shaped like a girl who barely made out inside his body. Helena! I knew it. Helena's in there. Coffee can't hold herself back anymore, but Helena can't be in there. Helena's with us, unless there's another Helena. Throws cautious the wind as she runs up to the Bujum. Give her back! Give Helena back! That's not the sound of her gun. Anna unloads all her firepower to the Bujum while the Bujum raises its tentacles. It's in preparation to counterattack. Miss Coffney! The Yun rushes out of cover as well, picking off the tentacles, trying to smash Coffney with accurate gunfire. Zhang Yu and Zhou follow behind her. Since there's no way for them to retreat, the dolls have decided to utterly crush the monster here. Can't be helped. Big sis, we'll have to attack at once. Now's our chance to defeat the monster while it's still weakened. We'll cover Miss Coffney together. Be careful, everyone. Okay, last fight. Oh my god. Oh my god, that thing's... Holy shit. That's disgusting. Anyway, we'll probably smash it in like 2 turns. Ugh. It's like a plant mixed with like stones. Tumor hike something. So it looks like a tumor. Oh great, it has summons. It summons like little... What the f... Oh. Okay, let's kill it, please. Please, just fucking kill it. Good luck, girls. They'll be fine. Yeah, I already took out these fuckers in the first turn. Okay, I guess that's fine. Taking out like the really bad stuff first. And yeah. Okay, they did exactly what I would have done, honestly, so that's not too bad. Which health does it still have? Never mind. That was so easy. God, Macchiato, calm down, step down. Heretics, one and all. The Bujum slowly falters under the doll's attacks. Nauseating slime gushes from his wounds. Although Niter wraps her staff on the ground, the monster seems unwilling to continue attacking the dolls. Did we do it? We need to keep pressing on. Helena, I'll save you once we kill this monster. The dolls spread out, circling around the Bujum to attack Niter, and a look of despair crosses Niter's face. But just then, the spear on the Bujum's head starts to shine with blinding light. Nita's face fills with savage glee, as though she's heard something? Something. The appointed time is upon us. I knew this was but a trial set upon me. I know you would never abandon me. Thank you for answering your servant, my lord. The spear shines and light slices open the Bujum's body. Helena slowly floats into view. Wait, who the fuck is following us then? And despite the Bujum's wounds, spew slime everywhere. Her body is not touched by any of it. Wisdom howls in agony, but Helena pays it no heed. All she does is glare coldly at Niter. Niter is full of delight as she stands in front of the Bujum. She laughs maniacally as she casts her staff aside and falls to her knees before the monster. However, her first turns pale and twists as she roars in anger. You are not her. You are not her. Where is my lord? I am here. Wait, what? Shocked, Niter turns around and sees the other Helena taking aim at her with a handgun. She brought a Glock. My lord? This is from them. I'm returning it to you. Helena pulls the trigger and the bullet blasts clean through Niter's torso. Why? I devoted myself to you with the utmost faith. Then rejoice, for today you will be a martyr. Lena does not stop shooting for her. There's like a little girl shooting another little girl. A moment, she pulls the trigger again and again, pumping more bullets into Niter's head. Niter collapses to the ground, her staff falls with her. The Bujum in front of her collapses as well, as though his spine has been suddenly removed. As I catch up, I came to a halt, staring in shock. I realized that Helena is holding my pistol. Okay, I guessing she had it the entire time, and so I didn't actually lose it. Although I can sense something strange happened with her, what I do not expect is that there are two Helenas standing in front of me. The Helena in front of me is raising her gun and points it at the Helena in the air. The two of them are silent, simply staring at each other. What the fuck is going on? They need to have like an actual cutscene to make this a little more readable. Shortly afterwards, the Helena in the air speaks again. D68. Oh, okay, so they are clones or whatever. You were not chosen. What a shame. Guessing this one's ours. Because this has the weird eyes. Never wanted to be chosen. Everything we believed in was a lie. Is it? Was the resonance the only thing that came of the ritual? She was the one who resonated with me. She saved me, so get the hell out of her body. So the girl's like spouting slurs and everything. But think think you would sacrifice so much just to do something so meaningless. This is the only place with meaning to it. I want to save the people here. I was so close to success. Why was it you again? A traitor, you destroyed all of us. There's a suspicious glint in the eyes of the Helena before us. She pulls the trigger and flashes and fires off her entire magazine. Where the spears glow and the bullets are easily melted. The Helena in midair looks down scornfully toward the ground and making her final statement. Betrayed you? You are the one who betrayed us. Scum who abandoned their faith and their mission ought to disappear here. Spears begin to circle the airborne Helena. An energy beam gathers between the oars and looks as if it's about to fire. Dandelion, take cover! Take over the defense systems now. On it. I rush out and grab Helena before jumping aside. Thanks to Dandelion's interference, the beam is thrown off target and it doesn't hit me. The dolls from afar see me and immediately head in my direction. Commander! I knew it, the commander is here after all. It's the commander you keep talking about. What do you think? Our commander still looks as badass as ever, even after all these years. Thanks. I do like the sisters. The dog runs up to me and press themselves against me. Fortunately, the defense systems don't initiate a second round of attacks. 95, 97. What are you girls doing here? Oh wait, oh yeah. They're like, what are you talking about? Oh, they're old names. It's fate. It's a long story, Commander, but Miss Coffney over here brought us. Look for you. That's so. Glad you're okay too, Coffney. Thank you very much for saving me back then. You owe me one now, Commander. Coffney happily flashes me a thumbs up. Then she looks at Helena in the air before exclaiming in surprise. What's going on? Two Helenas? The airborne Helena looks at us in amusement. She does not seem to intend to attack us with her spears. Instead, she looks thoughtful. Well, someone interesting has shown up. I didn't expect us to meet so soon. Who are you? I'm a conscious who is similar to someone you know well. A lot will happen between us soon. However, Lena's voice starts to sound strange. You need to survive until then. A ferocious wave of gunfire suddenly sweeps in from afar. It's coming from various passages laid down by armed troopers who look like the ones we fought earlier, but whose helmets have been painted black. Enemy reinforcements? Didn't the PNC just now said there were reinforcements incoming? It came a little quick, don't you think? Prioritize protecting the commander. Lay down suppressive fire. We'll be withdrawing through the passage. Yeah, there's no reason to be here anymore. I reach out to Helena. She hesitates a moment before returning the handgun to me. I wave to Coffney, and she immediately joins me in my cover. Coffney, bring Helena to the rear. Everyone else, form on me. Will do. Coffney grabs Helena's hand and runs for the tunnel where I'm pointing. However, before she reaches the entrance, she comes to a halt and comes back with Helena in tow. Commander, this enemy's coming from the rear too. Damn it, we're surrounded. Zhang Yu, move behind the commander and intercept the enemies there. Okay. Bullets are flying our way from the tunnel just now, forcing us to leapfrog between cover. I feel like we need like one more episode at this point. Unless we end up getting caught in the crossfire. Unless like the challenge mode continues the story. Bullets are flying our way from the tunnel just now, forcing us to leapfrog between cover lest we end up getting caught in the crossfire. Things don't look good, Commander. At long last, it's time for you to flex your leadership skills. Do you seriously think it's time for something like that? The thoughts fire back at the enemy, but the reinforcements vastly outnumber us, and soon we are almost completely suppressed by the enemy. How many more enemies are there? There should be at least 50 according to the scans right now. That's nothing. Is there another way? As you can see, right now, I am just a diner. Look, I'm being serious here. In that case, we should be able to solve the problem handily once our reinforcements arrive, right? Reinforcements. Is 404 coming? Or maybe like just the rest of the Almo squad. Where are we getting reinforcements from? Just then I hear a familiar yet unfamiliar voice in my earpiece. The moment I do, I know that we've been tossed a lifeline. Oh no, it's Centaur. Wait, is Centaur Resi part of 404 now? Commander, do you read me? Loud and clear. We received Miss Dandelion's distress signal and are now approaching your location. Macchiato's come through. Oh, so it's the cafe. I forgot the name of the cafe, but it's the cafe squad instead. Wait for us, Commander. Don't die down there. Yay. Queen Sun is on the way. Wait, is that it? Okay. I don't think we're done with the story. Huh. GW. I think there's more to the story. Supply mission. Is it in challenge mode? Is there like a part 2 to the story? Hold on, let me start this one real quick. No, it's just a challenge mode. Huh. So where's the rest of the story? I mean, it's pretty obvious we're gonna get saved, so I guess they can argue that that's enough. But you'd think there'd be like an epilogue at the very least, like catch it up, round it out. I don't know what the challenge mode is gonna pertain. I know supply missions are just supply missions. Hold on, let me start this. and then I'll see. I don't think it's gonna do anything. No, it's just a challenge mode. Okay, interesting. I guess that's it. Yeah, these are just the basic supply missions. And the challenge mode that's not available for another 6 days, so we can't really do anything about that. I guess we're done. Unless like there's story here in the environmental survey section, which, I mean, that could be the case. I'm so confused. I don't know what's happening. That's why I did get this portrait here. This cute, whatever the fuck. A Miss Wings of Grey. Auspicious Beast of Ceremony. Sure, that's my new thing now. Why not? It's adorable. I love it. Well, I guess that's it. Huh. Dang. Well, I mean, I'm gonna do all the other stuff on my own time because it has nothing to do with story or anything like that. But I guess we're done. Huh. Well, that's weird place to put it off, but I guess we're done now. I think I kind of want to talk about the Switch too, but I think most people are like have turned in for the night, unfortunately. So I think we're just gonna call it there. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I liked the story. It was good. It was great to see Diane back and especially Jingyu, because I adore Jingyu so much. I always loved her design. She definitely always had that like kind of bratty, spunkiness to her, but we never really got to see it properly back in the first game because it wasn't, personalities just weren't as fleshed out as they could be. But you know, I'm glad to have seen them. Though it was surprisingly, the story didn't really focus on them as much as I expected. I was expecting kind of something more similar to the Macchiato story, where it's kind of exclusively about, you know, like that squad. But it was more of us like hanging out with them. Also, it's kind of weird that Macchiato came out of nowhere. The cafe squad, I guess. I can't remember exactly what they're called, but the cafe squad kind of came out of nowhere. I was expecting like 404 or heck, even the Elmo squad would have made more sense to me. But no, it was the cafe squad. Not that I'm complaining. I'm glad that this is happening, and it does kind of lead into that the theme of like all my old friendships, all my old flames, I guess you can call them. All the T-dolls from back in the day are slowly convening back on the commander, and we're gonna start working together again. So we're unofficially like starting up the PMC again. So I don't know, still pretty cool despite everything. I might have another stream assuming there's another part to this story, but I kind of feel like that's it. Maybe there's like a part 2 to this event and I'm just not aware of it. Yeah, the Mist Wings of Grey, maybe there's a part 2, but I mean, I'm not seeing it. I'm pretty sure all those other things are just challenges or for like extra materials and things like that, which is fine, but like I'm just kind of surprised. It ended a little bit abruptly. Like, it's pretty clear we're gonna be saved, but at the same time, usually there's like an after thing where it's like, and then they all went and had beers and they lived happily ever after kind of thing, you know, like an epilogue. We didn't get that. I'm kind of surprised it kind of ended kind of abruptly, which I don't know. I kind of have a theory that it might be because of the weird writing, because I did mention at the very beginning that because of things like Diane and how the CN player base were not happy with that, they went in and rewrote a lot of stuff. So maybe that might be part of the issue. The story had to be rewritten, so it feels incomplete. They kind of had to like rush it a little bit and like push it and get rid of some stuff or rewrite some other things. So maybe that's what happened, and that's why it doesn't feel as good as it could have been. You know, it just feels a bit abrupt. I don't know. That's my theory. But anyway, I had fun. I'm doing the thing. I probably will have another stream going over chapter 8, but there probably won't be another chapter for a good while, so we can like hold off on doing that for a bit. As for other stuff, no stream tomorrow. I have work and some other stuff I gotta take care of. But on Saturday, I'm gonna be hanging out with Liddy, and we're gonna be playing some more Astro Chain together, and so look forward to that. And then the weekend comes, and we'll start looking into like what to do next moving forward. But yeah, I had fun. I think it's a pretty quiet night, so I think I'm just gonna end it off there. And there's not that many people anyway either, so yeah, let's just call it there. Anyway. Hope you guys had fun getting into GFL, seeing the sex sisters once again, the Chinese sex dolls. I like Dayan and Jiryu. I do enjoy them. I'm glad they're back. Like I'm not infatuated with Dayan to the point that I wanted her to be with nobody else, but I enjoy her, and I see why a lot of people like her. Anyway, of course, again, I prefer Jiryu more. Anyway. Thank you for showing me a good time like you always do, guys. I always appreciate it. Again, I'll see you guys on Saturday. But until then, hope you all stay happy and healthy, and I'll see you again real soon, alright? Later. Alright. Good night. Bye-bye.